Chapter 201 Join the War Again below. After listening to the mission briefly described by Jiro Yoshikawa, Tashinyao couldn't help but be stunned for a moment. He didn't expect to have another mission so soon. Originally, he thought he would be able to rest for a few more days. However, although he was a little puzzled as to how he had found him again, Tashinyao didn't ask, but silently followed Yoshikawa Jiro out of the special team's camp. In a large tent, a group of high-level campers sat together. "Commander, Yoshida has just returned from his mission, so it's too urgent to let him go again this time." Kei Uehara asked Sarutobi Hiruzen, looking at him. "Commander Uehara, I know your worries, but don't worry, with Dong Shenyao's strength, 3 days should be enough for him to recover to his peak, and the reason why I made this decision is because of the teacher's letter before." Having said that, Tashinyao is very suitable for the battlefield, and his ninjutsu can play a great role on the battlefield. Tobi Hiruzen explained. "Teacher. It's Hokage-sama." Uehara Kei was stunned for a moment, then realized that Sarutobi Hiruzen's teacher was the current second-generation Hokage Senju Tobarama. "Since it was Lord Hokage's proposal, I have no objection." With that, Kei Uehara returned to his seat. As for the others, they are not very familiar with Dong Shenyao, and they will not have any opinions. Uchiha Ida had a hint of joy in his eyes. These days, he has been looking for an opportunity to get rid of Dong Shenyao, but unfortunately Dong Shenyao has been trapped in the special teams camp and can't come out. He can't do anything about it. Well now, as long as Dong Shenyao leaves the camp, he will have a solution. It didn't take long for people to enter the tent one after another. Among these people were Chunin, some special Jonin, and even more Jonin. They were the protagonists of today's battle. When Tashinyao followed Yoshikawa Jiro into the tent, he found that there were already many people here. After Dong Shenyao saluted everyone, he silently stood aside and waited. Soon the people arrived. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the crowd and said, "You should already know the task today. You will face 30 Iwagakure. I have no other requirements, I only hope that you can come back safely." "Okay, let's go now. Commander Yoshikawa will take you to the battle location. Come with me." As soon as Sarutobi Hiruzen finished speaking, Yoshikawa Jiro greeted everyone. Tashinyao and the others already knew today's mission before they came, so they didn't speak, and they all silently followed Yoshikawa Jiro towards the outside of the tent. At this time, these people are in heavy hearts, because they do not know how many people will survive this battle. Yoshikawa Jiro led the crowd out of the camp. He began to tell the details of this mission. "Everyone, this battle is different from the last time. The last battle was on a plain, and the second is in a forest. At that time, you and Iwagakure's people will enter the forest at the same time to fight. Only when one side is completely destroyed, the battle will be over. This battle is of great importance, because the commander and Iwagakure made a bet that the party who loses this battle will pay 100,000 detonators, 10,000 kunai and a lot of food, so you must pay for this battle. Do your best. There is still a bet." Dong Shenyao and the others were stunned when they heard the words, knowing that they had never fought before. "By the way, Iwagakure must have known the news of the destruction of the supply, so I hope to recover the loss through this bet. It seems that this battle will not be easy." Thinking of this, Dong Shenyao can already predict that Iwagakure one side will definitely try their best. After leaving the camp, the group headed north, and finally came to a forest. This forest is not small, stretching for more than 10 miles. Of course, this is nothing to a ninja. It's only more than 10 miles away, and it won't take long for a ninja to walk. "Okay, let's go in, I'll leave the rest to you." "Don't worry, my lord, we will do our best." After speaking, Dong Shenyao and the others set off into the forest one after another. But the crowd stopped after a while. "Everyone, the task this time is very arduous, so we have to plan in detail. Only in this way can we defeat Iwagakure," a Jonin said seriously. "Plan? We don't even know where the enemy is. What plan can we make? Jonin, a Hyuga clan. Sarutobi Hiruzen obviously made great efforts for this mission. The Hyuga clan sent a lot of people, including one Jonin, especially 3 Jonin and 3 Chunin, adding up to 7 people. And the other ninjas are also incredible, most of them are from the ninja family. In fact, it's no wonder that the ninja family looks down on civilian ninjas. In terms of combat effectiveness, most of the ninja family members are stronger than civilian ninjas at the same level. Leave the plan to me. This is what a young man said, and this person is also a Jonin, so he caught everyone's attention as soon as he spoke. To you. Are you sure? One of the Hyuga clan questioned. Not only him, but everyone else looked at the young man with suspicious eyes. My name is Naraku. Needless to say, just a name change convinced everyone. The Nara family is recognized as the smartest family in Konoha village, so after learning the name of Naraku, no one questioned him again. This time it is a jungle operation, so it is not appropriate for us to act together, because the target is too large, so my plan is to divide everyone into several groups, so that the target can be narrowed. Not be defeated by the enemy one by one. Quote. Hearing Naraku's words, everyone nodded. I agree with Naraku's plan. Jonin from the Hyuga clan was the first to agree. Agree too. This is a black-haired Jonin, but Dong Shenyao found out that this person would sneak a glance at him from time to time, which made Dong Shenyao very puzzled. I agree too. At this time, except for Naraku, 3 Jonin agreed, and only one Dong Shenyao was left. Seeing that everyone was looking at him, Dong Shenyao nodded and said, I have no opinion either. Very well, then the next thing is to group things. Because trees can easily block the line of sight, it is best to have a member of the Hyuga clan in each group, so that enemies or traps can be detected in advance, which is beneficial to our actions. The strength of a group should not be too weak, so as to ensure that after being discovered by the enemy, there is enough strength to persist until the reinforcements arrive. Quote. Chapter 202 Acting Alone. Just when Naraku finished saying that he was going to act in groups, Dong Shenyao said immediately, I don't care how you group them, I'll just do a group by myself. Hearing Dong Shenyao's words, everyone frowned involuntarily. Shenyao, I know you are strong, but this is not a heads-up battle. Our enemy is a full 30 Iwagakure. If you are alone, what will you do if you are in danger? Naraku asked. Don't worry, my other abilities aren't that great, but my life-saving ability is still pretty good. Okay, let's group yourselves slowly, and I'll go first. After speaking, Dong Shenyao didn't give other people a chance to speak, and turned around directly. Go deep into the jungle. This Dong Shenyao is too arrogant. A Jonin muttered in dissatisfaction when he saw Dong Shenyao saying to leave. Resistance of someone who has defeated the elite Jonin, of course, is arrogant. Jonin of the Hyuga family said with some disdain. Leapfrog combat may be difficult for ordinary ninjas, but it is not impossible for ninjas like Hyuga and Uchiha who have the limit of blood. The Jonin of the Hyuga clan would be a little disdainful. Because this Jonin of the Hyuga clan can leapfrog the battle, he also fought an elite Jonin at the beginning, and the two finally fought a tie. Since Dong Shenyao wants to act alone, then we will leave him alone. Now we have 4 Jonin and 10 special Jonin, so I decided to divide into 5 groups, and each of the 4 Jonin leads a special Jonin. And 4 Chunin, a total of 6 people, of course, one of them will be one less Chunin. As for the remaining 6 special Jonin as a group, everyone's strength is similar, and once they encounter an enemy, they can also resist. Although Dong Shenyao's departure was beyond Naraku's expectations, he quickly made new arrangements. According to Naraku's allocation, the 29 people were quickly allocated. Let's set off now. By the way, remember that the distance between each group should not exceed 1 kilometer, so that in case of danger, we can rescue in time. Naraku reminded. What about Dong Shenyao? A Jonin asked. Don't worry about him, this kind of person who doesn't know teamwork doesn't live long, so he can be used as a pawn to investigate the situation of Iwagakure for us. Naruto said coldly. Understood. The others didn't object either, it was none of their business anyway, and these people were all pissed off by Dong Shenyao's arrogant attitude. After the discussion, everyone did not stop, and left directly under the leadership of their respective team leaders. Where did Dong Shenyao go? Shouldn't he have gone far in such a short time? After everyone separated, Jonin from the Hyuga clan opened Byakugan and wanted to see where Dong Shenyao was, but he didn't think of him. After looking around, I couldn't find it. At this time, Jonin of the Hyuga clan was very surprised, because his Byakugan exploration distance had reached 2 kilometers, but he still could not find Dong Shenyao. Obviously, Dong Shenyao had already left. It's running so fast. After muttering softly, the Hyuga Jonin stopped paying attention to Dong Shenyao. And what about Dong Shenyao at this time? But it has already dived into the ground. Just after he separated from the others and confirmed that he had left the sight of others, Dong Shenyao immediately entered the ground. Dong Shenyao was not an arrogant person, but this time he had to act alone, because he found that someone was going to harm him. Just when he first entered the woods, Dong Shenyao discovered that one of the ninjas was exuding a murderous aura towards him. Although the murderous aura quickly disappeared, Dong Shenyao still noticed it. Dong Shenyao found the mark of the Uchiha clan on this person, which made it clear to Dong Shenyao that the Uchiha clan definitely did not give up their plans to kill themselves, and they might even do it in the woods. In order not to implicate others, but also for his own mission, Dong Shenyao decided to act alone. And unlike what Hyuga Jonin had guessed, Dong Shenyao didn't leave immediately, he lurked after hiding in the ground. It was not until Naruto and the others separated that Dong Shenyao left together, and the target that Dong Shenyao followed was the Uchiha clan. Captain, Dong Shenyao left early, what about our plan? Don't worry, the forest is so big, we will definitely be able to find Dong Shenyao, and that Dong Shenyao is so arrogant, I don't think we need to take action, those Iwagakure can kill Dong Shenyao. So let's not rush it. The Uchiha clan's Jonin replied. Captain Gao Ming, Dong Shenyao will definitely die this time. His subordinates flattered. Okay, that Dong Shenyao is not easy to get along with. I heard that the 2 brothers Uchiha Haoping missed the last time. Can't be careless. Uchiha Jonin reminded. Captain, it's true that the 2 brothers Uchiha Haoping have joined forces, but there are so many of us. If a few of us join forces, even an ordinary elite Jonin can defeat it, let alone a Dong Shenyao. A ninja said confidently. They really want to attack me. After hearing the words of these people, Dong Shenyao, who was hiding in the ground, suddenly felt a killing intent in his heart, but soon Dong Shenyao calmed down. Although I can't wait to kill these people now, Dong Shenyao knows that he can't do it for the time being. After all, they have just separated from Naruto and the others. Once they fight, they will soon attract Naruto and the others, and Dong Shenyao did not forget that they still have an enemy 5.3, that is Iwagakure. I'll let you all go first. Of this, Dong Shenyao left immediately, and he went to see what happened to Iwagakure. After separating from the Uchiha clan, Tashinyao quickly rushed to the other side of the forest, opening Byakugan and searching for Iwagakure's whereabouts. After running straight for nearly 10 miles, Dong Shenyao discovered the trace of Iwagakure. Dong Shenyao discovered that, like their Konoha, Iwagakure was also broken into pieces and divided into several teams, and at this time Dong Shenyao was under the feet of one of the teams. 1, 2. A total of 5 people, that's all of you. Dong Shenyao immediately shot without hesitation. Meteorites fall. Chapter 203 Victory in the first battle. Meteorites fall. Dong Shenyao was still on the ground, so he activated his skills directly. A powerful coercion descended over the forest, and a huge meteorite fell directly. Not good. After noticing the changes in the sky, several Iwagakure looked up quickly, and suddenly saw a huge meteorite only a few dozen meters away from them, With the speed of the meteorite's fall and the wind pressure generated, these Iwagakure simply couldn't dodge. Attack with me! One Iwagakure shouted, quickly hand seal with both hands. Doden, earth style, moving earth core. As Iwagakure pressed the ground with both hands, the ground swayed, and then the ground in front of him quickly rose, like a stone Jinchuriki column. Kaden, fire style, great fireball art. Futon, wind style, vacuum sphere. Also used ninjutsu one after another, and some even threw a kunai tied with a detonating talisman. Boom! Soon all kinds of ninjutsu bombarded the meteorite, but unfortunately, due to the small number of people and lack of strength, the meteorite was not destroyed, but the meteorite was reduced by about a quarter of its size. Boom! 15. Finally, the stone Jinchuriki column made by Iwagakure, who was the first to shoot, played a role, directly bearing on the meteorite, slowing down the falling speed of the meteorite. Come on! Seeing Captain Iwagakure saying hello, he hurriedly dodged, trying to leave the range of the meteorite bombardment. Want to run? How could Dongshenyao under the ground make them do what they wished? Doden, earth style, earth shaking. Ground shook, and the 5 Iwagakure stood unsteady, seriously affecting their speed of escape. Hold me steady. Several Iwagakure pressed the ground with both hands to input chakra, trying to restore the ground to stability. But unfortunately, the gap between the strengths of the two sides is not small, and the application of the earth element is even more different. These Iwagakure cannot stabilize the earth at all. At the same time, with a brittle, click, sound, cracks appeared on the stone Jinchuriki column that temporarily supported the meteorite, and after a short while, the stone Jinchuriki column collapsed with a bang, and the meteorite fell downwards again. Not good. The Iwagakure's eyes were split with anger, and their eyes were full of horror. Boom! Finally, the meteorite bombarded the ground, and Dongshenyao didn't check the results and left directly, because through Byakugan he found that several other Iwagakure teams around him had already rushed over, and there would be no gain if he stayed. When Dongshenyao left, he glanced at the magic point and found that it had increased by 27 points. After reading the details, he found that he had killed 3 elite Chunin in total. It's not bad, open the door Yuhi. Although it is only 27 points, Dongshenyao is not too little, because this is just the beginning. Damn, it's Konoha. When the other Iwagakure arrived, they only saw a rubble, and finally cleaned it up and found that 3 Iwagakure died on the spot, and the Jonin level Iwagakure captain was okay, only slightly injured. Then there is also a special Jonin class Iwagakure. Although he did not die, he was seriously injured and directly lost his combat effectiveness. If it is normal, if the wound is sent for treatment in time, it can be cured, but now. Kill me. The special Jonin looked at his companion with a weak voice. No one should leave the forest until this battle is over. I won't live long. Kill me, the special Jonin begged. Nanyu, you won't die, I will protect you, said an Iwagakure who was close to this particular Jonin. No need, my life is just a drag, and I'm still suffering. Kill me. Hey. An Iwagakure sighed, picked up the kunai, and stabbed into the heart of this particular Jonin with his eyes closed. Tears fell, and the surrounding Iwagakure fell silent. Although he witnessed that Iwagakure kill his companion, no one blamed him, because death was a relief for Nanyu. Nanyu, don't worry, we will avenge you. Yes, take revenge, kill all those Konoha ninjas. A group of Iwagakure bit Kiba's teeth, eager to find the Konoha ninjas to fight with them immediately. Everyone, it seems that we have to change our strategy. The enemy's ability to hide is extremely strong. From the beginning to the end of the attack, we didn't even see where the enemy was, so we must be united next, and we can't continue to separate. Or they will be defeated by the enemy one by one sooner or later. The only surviving Jonin in the squad that was just attacked by Dongshenyao reminded. After hearing this man's words, the others agreed after a moment of contemplation. Okay, now let's join forces and go straight to the Konoha ninja to fight to the death. Iwagakure, still alive, joined forces and rushed towards the other end of the forest. At this time, Naruto and the others did not know, because of Dong Shenyao's attack, Iwagakure had already started to form a group. At this time, Naruto and the others are still on their way, searching for Iwagakure's whereabouts. Not good. Suddenly a ninja from the Hyuga clan stopped. There are a large number of ninjas 600 meters ahead, more than 20 people. What? Naruto was shocked when he heard the words. There were only so many people in the woods, and the people who appeared in front of them were definitely not the ones from Konoha, so obviously it could only be Iwagakure. Damn, how could they get together? Quickly send a signal to inform the people of the other teams. Naruto hurriedly shouted 500. Whoosh. Immediately, a ninja sent a signal flare directly, and seeing the surrounding team hurried over. Just not waiting for the other Konoha's countermeasures to come, Naruto and the others have already met with Iwagakure. Although Naruto had already made a countermeasure, and even set up a trap, but due to the difference in numbers, 2 of his team died as soon as they came up, and the remaining few had to fight and retreat. Finally, just when Chunin in Naruto's team was dead, the 2 Konoha teams arrived. Reinforcements. Naruto was also relieved. Although their numbers were still at a disadvantage, they at least had the strength to resist. I saw dozens of people from both sides fighting directly in the woods. Because of the large number of people, everyone dispersed. At this time, Dong Shenyao was watching all this from hiding not far away. Let's fight. If you fight I just happen to be able to take action. After speaking, Dong Shenyao disappeared directly on the spot. Captain, there is a signal, do we want to go over? After the opponents of the Uchiha clan saw the signal, a ninja asked the captain. Of course it's over. Although we want to kill Dong Shenyao, this battle with Iwagakure can't be lost, let's go. After saying that, Jonin of the Uchiha clan hurried to the place where the signal came. Chapter 204 Sandpiper and Clam Fighting. 6 ninjas of the Uchiha clan rushed towards the battlefield, but they didn't know that the god of death had approached them. Looking at the 2 sides fighting, Dong Shenyao quietly appeared behind several Iwagakure. Whoosh whoosh. Dong Shenyao raised his hand and threw out several shuriken. Sensing that an attack was coming from behind, the Iwagakure quickly abandoned their opponents and dodged. Hey, will you Iwagakure bully the less with more? Dong Shenyao did not continue to attack, but stood on the spot and mocked Iwagakure. This kid is a Konoha ninja, kill him. After seeing the forehead guard on Tashinyao's head, 3 Iwagakure rushed towards him, and the remaining 3 Iwagakure continued to stay in place to fight the Konoha ninja. There are only 3 people who are a little short, Shenyao thought to himself. Doden, Earth Style, Earth Dragon Bullet. Futon, Wind Style, Daitapa, Great Breakthrough. Quote. Immediately, the 3 Iwagakure launched an attack, some using ninjutsu, and some throwing shuriken. Seeing this, Dong Shenyao hurriedly avoided, and then ran towards the depths of the woods. Don't run if you have the ability. Seeing these 3 Iwagakure hurriedly chased after them. You Iwagakure are a bunch of idiots. If you have the ability, you can catch up with the young master. Before the young master defeated your team alone, you Iwagakure are all garbage. Shenyao sneered again. What? You attacked us just now. After hearing Dong Shenyao's words, these Iwagakure were furious. Thinking of the companion who was killed by their own people, the 3 Iwagakure could not wait to cut Dong Shenyao into 8 pieces. The 3 of them greeted their companions while chasing, and it can be said that these Iwagakure hated Tashinyaо more than the other Konoha ninjas. So under Dong Shenyao's deliberate hatred, it didn't take long for Iwagakure to chase after him to 8 people, which greatly reduced the pressure on Naruto and the others. Didn't run around, he planned before provoking Iwagakure. Soon the 10 Iwagakure chased Dong Shenyao for hundreds of meters, and then they saw Dong Shenyao burrowing directly into a bush. These people did not care whether there were any traps in front of them, and they went after them directly. But when they also got into the bushes, they found that Dong Shenyao was gone. "Look, can't run far," an Iwagakure Jonin said viciously. Just like that, the 8 Iwagakure searched all around. "Everyone be careful, we are about to rush to the battlefield now, Iwagakure may appear here at any time, everyone be careful," Uchiha Jonin reminded. "I know the captain." With that said, everyone else became vigilant. Soon 6 people from the Uchiha clan passed through a grass, and suddenly found a figure running out of the woods. Seeing this sudden appearance, the 6 Uchiha ninjas were taken aback, but soon they could see the appearance of the person coming. This man has yellow hair, looks unfamiliar, and wears Iwagakure's forehead guard. "There is an enemy, Uchiha Jonin reminded and took the lead in launching the attack. Whoosh whoosh. Several kunai recognized it and went straight to the Iwagakure who suddenly appeared. Then Iwagakure was stunned when he suddenly saw 6 Uchiha ninjas. He didn't expect that 6 Konoha ninjas would suddenly appear here. When he came back to his senses, kunai called him, and seeing this, Iwagakure hurriedly dodged. It's just that the Uchiha clan has a strong ability to use ninja tools, so although this person has made a dodge, one arm is still scratched. "Someone!" Iwagakure hurriedly shouted after dodging the attack, but he only had time to shout out, and the next moment he had been stabbed by more than 10 kunai. Not good. Hearing the shout, Iwagakure, who was searching for the whereabouts of Dong Shenyao, hurried over. At the same time, the 6 Uchiha ninjas were also alert, because from the shouts of Iwagakure, they could tell that there were still enemies nearby. Sure enough, it didn't take long to see a side of the woods shaking, and then several Iwagakure ran out. The 2 sides are enemies. After meeting, there is no need for nonsense at all, and they fight directly. Dong Shenyao, who was hiding in the ground, saw 6 people from the Uchiha clan fighting with Iwagakure, and a smile appeared on his face. The plan was successful. That's right, all of this was planned by Tashinyao. After he discovered the whereabouts of the Uchiha family through Byakugan, he deliberately lured some Iwagakure to bring the 2 sides into conflict. Anyway, both sides were his enemies. The Uchiha clan is also worthy of being a strong Konoha clan. The number is smaller than the Iwagakure, they did not suffer at all after the fight. This time, Uchiha Ida also made a lot of money to kill Tashinyao, and sent out the Uchiha family of ninjas who have already started Sharingan. You must know that even in the Uchiha clan, not everyone can open Sharingan. There are about 2,000 ninjas in the Uchiha clan, but less than 700 people have awakened Sharingan, accounting for only 1/3 of the ninjas. 1. Seen that those who awakened Sharingan are considered treasures in the Uchiha clan. And this time, in order to kill Tashinyao, Uchiha Ida sent 7 people from the Uchiha clan who had awakened Sharingan. Now, except for one person who did not arrive, the other 6 people are already here. The face of the powerful Uchiha clan, the Iwagakure who were eager for revenge were not to be outdone, and they fought with them one by one without fear of death. Long for casualties to appear, the first being an Iwagakure, but he didn't die in vain, injuring a member of the Uchiha clan when he died. Soon the wounded Uchiha ninja died with an Iwagakure. Seeing that one of his subordinates died, that Uchiha Jonin was furious. Go to hell. Kaden Fire Style Fierce Dragon Flame Jutsu. Woo. A flame spewed out, and the flames condensed into a giant dragon, heading straight for several Iwagakure. Doden Earth Style Earth Flow Wall. Doden Earth Style Earth Shore Returns. Immediately, Iwagakure used ninjutsu to resist. Boom. Bombarded the earth wall and exploded in an instant. It took more than 10 minutes for the battle to end, and the final result was that Iwagakure was completely destroyed, including a Jonin. However, the people of the Uchiha clan are also not feeling well. 2 elite Chunin people died, a special Jonin person was seriously injured and lost his combat effectiveness. The others were basically lost, and even the Jonin leader was injured. It's time to shoot. Dong Shenyao slowly drilled out from the ground. Doden, earth-style, earth-thorn combo. Countless earth thorns rose, and blood spurted out in an instant. Chapter 205 Fisherman Prophet. The battle had just ended, and the few surviving ninjas of the Uchiha clan had no idea that someone would attack them, so in the face of the sudden appearance of the earth thorn, these people only had time to dodge, but they forgot the special Jonin who was seriously injured. PFF. The special Jonin of the Uchiha family was pierced by several soil thorns, and blood flowed into the earth along the soil thorns. Until his death, the ninja of the Uchiha clan still kept his eyes wide open, his eyes full of puzzlement. He didn't know how the attack came from. And in his bloody Yuhi eyes, there are 3 Tomo. This is a special Jonin who has awakened the 3 Tomo Sharingan, and his strength is not weaker than Jonin. Originally, with his strength, he shouldn't have been injured so badly, but in the end, he was unlucky. The former Jonin level Iwagakure was trying to pull a cushion before he died, and the detonating talisman that ignited directly on his body wanted to be with him. Perished together. Although the Uchiha ninja, a special Jonin level ninja, survived in the end, he was seriously injured and his body could no longer move. Of course, he could not dodge the sudden rise of the earth thorn. 3 of the 6 Uchiha clan ninjas have died, and the remaining 3 have also been injured, and the only one who can pose some threat to Tashinyao is that Jonin. It's you. This time, the Jonin level Uchiha ninja also discovered Tashinyao. Yes, I didn't expect it. Dong Shenyao said with a smile. Why are you attacking us? Why? Facing the question from the Uchiha ninja, Tashinyao smiled sarcastically. Don't you want to kill me first? Don't think I don't know your plan. Don't I just want to besiege me? If I hadn't noticed your conspiracy in advance, how could I go on the road alone? What? 3 Uchiha ninjas were stunned when they heard the words. They didn't expect Dong Shenyao to know their mission. Hey, the nonsense ends here. Since you want to kill me, you must prepare to be killed. Said, Dong Shenyao stretched out his hands. Doden, earth-style, 10-finger piercing. Whoosh whoosh. 10 stone bullets flew out, heading straight for the 3 Uchiha ninjas. Dang dang dang. That Uchiha Jonin wielded the kunai to block the attack of the stone bullet, but the remaining 2 Uchiha ninjas were not so strong. Originally, with the strength of their elite Chunin and Sharingan, they were enough to avoid the stone bullets, but because of the previous injuries, the speed slowed down, so both of them were hit by the stone bullets at this time. Although their lives were not in danger, but wounded. Damn, give me death. For blocking the stone bullet, Uchiha Jonin went straight to Dong Shenyao and pounced. The earth is shaking. Poured out his skills again, and the ground shook, hindering Uchiha Jonin's movement. Kaden Fire Style, Phoenix Sage Fire Technique. Seeing this, Uchiha Jonin hurriedly used ninjutsu to attack. Doden, Earth Style, Rock Hand. A huge rock arm rose from the ground and blocked directly in front of Dong Shenyao. The last few flames all hit the rock arm without causing any damage to Dong Shenyao. And after the flames disappeared, the rock arm went straight to Uchiha Jonin. Boom! The huge palm slapped on the ground, and the ground cracked. However, because Uchiha Jonin dodged in time, he was not injured. Just that he just landed, and a few stone bullets hit him again. Facing the attack of Dong Shenyao and the rock arm for a while, Uchiha Jonin was in a state of embarrassment and could only keep dodging without the strength to fight back. As for the 2 Uchiha elite Chunin, who were already injured at this time, they couldn't help at all, they could only watch from the sidelines. Whoosh! Uchiha Jonin dodged the attack of the rock arm, but just after landing, Dong Shenyao instantly emerged from the ground behind him. PFF. The shadow-cutting knife pierced directly into the back of the Uchiha ninja. What's going on? The name Uchiha Jonin was stunned, he didn't understand how the attack suddenly appeared behind him. Bang! Next moment, I saw Dong Shenyao who had attacked Uchiha Jonin before turning into smoke and dissipating, it was Shadow Clone, and the one behind Uchiha Jonin was the true body of Dong Shenyao. I'm not reconciled. Uchiha Jonin wailed, and then fell silent. It's your turn. After beheading Uchiha Jonin, Tashinyao turned to look at the other two Uchiha ninjas. Run. At this time, the two Uchiha ninjas didn't dare to fight Dong Shenyao at all. They only had one or two thoughts in their hearts, that is, run quickly and report the situation here. It's just that Dong Shenyao will let them get their wish. Huh. Dong Shenyao instantly turned into a shadow and chased after him. Just two swords, and the two Uchiha ninjas were directly beheaded by Dong Shenyao. Phew. It's finally over. Dong Shenyao let out a long sigh of relief. Don't look at Dong Shenyao's ease, but he is very nervous. After all, once the beheading of Uchiha's ninja is leaked, he will have no place in Konoha village in the future. After all, he is already killing the same village ninja. Although the battle was over, Dong Shenyao knew that it was not the time to rest. He first walked over to collect the Sharingan of the dead Uchiha ninjas, and then piled their bodies together. Kaden Fire Style Great Fireball Jutsu. Woo! A huge fireball erupted, and soon the bodies of the 6 Uchiha ninjas were incinerated to ashes. Earth Style Burial. Boom! The earth cracked open, and everything within 100 meters around was buried in the earth. After all this was done, Dong Shenyao left. The battle in the distance was not over yet, and Dong Shenyao did not rest either. First, he submitted the newly acquired 2-pair 3-tomo Sharingan to the system to complete the task, and then Dong Shenyao rushed straight to the battlefield. The distance of several hundred meters was fleeting, and soon Tashinya saw a Konoha ninja fighting an Iwagakure. These two are elite Chunin's strengths, and they are inextricably fighting. Huh! The figure of Dong Shenyao disappeared in a flash, and when he reappeared, he had come behind Iwagakure, and the shadow-cutting knife in his hand also pierced into Iwagakure's back heart. Thank you, sir. The Konoha ninja quickly thanked him. Shenyao didn't speak, just nodded to him and left. It didn't take long for Dong Shenyao to come to a battlefield again, and at this time there were a lot of people on both sides of the battle. One of them was the Konoha ninja headed by Naruto. There were 3 people, it was the Ino Shika Cho combination. On the other side is Iwagakure, with a total of 6 people. Naruto and the others, relying on the Ino Shika Cho combination, were evenly matched with the 6 Iwagakure. Chapter 206 Kill Iwagakure. Seeing that the 3 of Naruto and the 6 Iwagakure were fighting together, Tashinyao didn't watch. Although there is no friendship with the 3 of Naruto, but at least there is no hatred, so Dong Shenyao shot directly. Doden Earth Style 10-finger piercing. Whoosh whoosh. Bullets shot out, heading straight for the 6 Iwagakure attacking them. Although the 6 Iwagakure were fighting with the 3 of Naruto, they were watching the 6 and listening to all directions, and they sensed that an attack was coming, and the 6 hurriedly dodged. Ninja Shadow Imitation Technique. Seeing this, Naruto hurriedly shot, directly using the shadow to grab the 2 Iwagakure. The 2 Iwagakure found their bodies unable to move and struggled quickly. When the 2 Iwagakure broke free, the stone bullet had arrived. PFF'd. The blood flower bloomed, and the stone bullet sank into the bodies of the 2 of them. Ah! Screams sounded, and the 2 Iwagakure fell to the ground without a sound. Solved 2 Iwagakure at once, whether it was Tashinyao or Naruto, they were a joy. Then Dong Shenyao shot again without hesitation. Earth Style Rock Hand. Boom! The rock arm appeared and headed straight for Iwagakure. Bang! The rocky palms slapped the ground, and the smoke rose, and the 4 Iwagakure who were still alive hurriedly dodged. At the same time, the 3 of Naruto also launched an attack, and the 2 sides fought together again. It's just different from before. It was 6-3 before, but now it is 4-4. While controlling the rock arm, Dong Shenyao took out the shadow chopping blade and attacked an Iwagakure. When Iwagakure set up Kunwu to block Dong Shenyao's shadow-cutting sword, but the next moment, he saw Dong Shenyao Shang suddenly stretched out a soil thorn. Because the attack was too abrupt and the speed was extremely fast, so Iwagakure did not unable to dodge, he was instantly pierced by earth thorns. Iwagakure in one fell swoop. Ta Shenyao smiled proudly. Move was also the move he learned from Kagaya Kimimaro, but Kagaya Kimimaro used bones, while Ta Shenyao used rocks. One Iwagakure, Ta Shenyao didn't stop. After taking back the thorn, he rushed towards the other Iwagakure. Just a few minutes, the remaining 3 Iwagakure died in the hands of Dong Shenyao and Naruto. After the enemy was defeated, Nara and Ku and the 3 were relieved. East Shenyao, thank you so much. Naruto said gratefully. It's nothing, we are now comrades in arms, this is what I should do. Dong Shenyao said with a smile. Okay, now is not the time to talk, the battle is not over yet, I will go first. After speaking, Dong Shenyao turned around and disappeared into the woods. Ku, this person is a bit cold. A fat man standing behind Naruto said as he watched Dong Shenyao leave. Maybe. Naruto found that he couldn't see through Dong Shenyao. He thought that Dong Shenyao was a very arrogant person, but through the contact just now, he found that although Dong Shenyao was a little arrogant, he was not insolent. The battle continues, but it is drawing to a close. Originally, there were 30 people in Iwagakure, but 3 of them were killed by Dong Shenyao using a meteor at the beginning, and 1 was killed by Iwagakure himself after being seriously injured. This time, there were 4 fewer people. Then, because of Dong Shenyao's seduction, Iwagakure and the Uchiha clan clashed. This time, 8 people were killed by the Uchiha clan. Later, Dong Shenyao helped a Konoha Chunin kill another Iwagakure. At this time, they joined Naruto-san man kills 6 Iwagakure again. Iwagakure only has 11 people left at the most, and this is only counting the battles that Ta Shenyao participated in. When Ta Shenyao and Naruto were separated, there were actually fewer than 5 ninjas on the Iwagakure side. Konoha ninjas who were still alive gathered together. Only then did everyone realize that compared to the beginning, there were a lot fewer of them. There were also 30 people on Konoha's side, but only 10 people were still alive at this time, including Ta Shenyao, the trio of Ino Shikacho and the Hyuga Jonin. The original 5 Jonin were left, especially 2 of the Jonin, but a lot of Chunin survived, and there were actually 5. Now let's walk through the woods again to see if there are still fish that slipped through the net on the Iwagakure side. While saying this, Naruto did not forget to look at Dong Shenyao. Seeing Naruto looking at him, Dong Shenyao certainly understood what he meant, and immediately said calmly, I'll be with you this time. Alright, let's go. Immediately, a group of 10 people searched the woods. 2 hours later, the entire forest was thoroughly searched by them, and at the same time it was confirmed that all the Iwagakure had been completely eliminated. The task is completed. At this time, everyone was completely relieved. Okay, let's go back quickly. Saying that, Naruto took the lead and walked out of the woods, knowing that there are still many wounded among them, and they need to be treated in time. When Yoshikawa Jiro, who was waiting outside the woods, saw everyone coming out, his eyes widened. Why did you come out? Yoshikawa Jiro asked in surprise. My lord, the mission has been completed, all 30 Iwagakure have been destroyed. Naruto said loudly. Taking a deep breath and suppressing the surprise in his heart, Jiro Yoshikawa said with a smile, you guys did a great job. Praising Ta Shenyao and the others, Yoshikawa Jiro sent a flare into the sky. It didn't take long for a man with an Iwagakure forehead to rush over. Jiro Yoshikawa, why did you send a signal flare so quickly? Are you Konoha going to admit defeat? The person teased. Kajgawa, I think you misunderstood, this battle is over. Yoshikawa Jiro said proudly. Impossible. Yingchuan shook his head directly. According to the previous speculation, this battle will last at least a whole day. After all, the forest is so big and can do a lot of things, even Yoshikawa Jiro thinks so. It's just that they didn't know that there was a freak like Dong Shenyao, and attacked Iwagakure in advance, which made Iwagakure furious, and directly fought Konoha directly. It is impossible, this is the truth. Now you Iwagakure have been wiped out. If you don't believe it, you can go into the woods and take a look. Yoshikawa Jiro said confidently. Yin Chuan didn't speak, and directly dodged into the woods. It didn't take long for Yin Chuan to come out of the woods, but at this time his face was a little ugly. Jiro Yoshikawa, this time you guys are lucky Konoha. Humph. With a cold snort, Kujgawa turned around and left. Ha ha ha, Kujgawa, thank you for your Iwagakure supplies. Yoshikawa Jiro laughed. You go Feng Lu for your monthly ticket support. Chapter 207 Half a year. After Kujgawa in Iwagakure village left, Yoshikawa Jiro did not stay any longer, and took Tashinyao and the others back to the camp in Konoha village. After returning to the camp, Yoshikawa Jiro first arranged for the wounded to go to the medical unit's main camp for treatment, and then led other people with less serious injuries to find Sarutobi Hiruzen. Commander, the mission has been completed, and the 30 Iwagakure have been wiped out. What? Sarutobi Hiruzen was taken aback for a moment. He was also frightened by the speed. It's so fast. After being surprised, Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't help but look at Dong Shenyao and said, You are good, not only did you kill so many Iwagakure this time, but also completed the bet for our Konoha, and won a lot of materials, very good. Sarutobi Hiruzen had an undisguised smile on his face. By the way, Commander Yoshikawa, how about our casualties? Sarutobi Hiruzen asked with concern. The face of Sarutobi Hiruzen's question, Yoshikawa Jiro's face showed a trace of sadness. 20 people died on this mission, and 5 people were seriously injured and are receiving treatment at this time. Commander Yoshikawa, please record the names of the death ninjas, and try to find their bodies as much as possible, and give them a burial after returning to the village. I know the commander. Hearing the words of the two of them, Dong Shenyao sneered in his heart. He didn't know the bodies of the others, but the bodies of the 6 Uchiha clan ninjas couldn't be found, because they were all burned to ashes and buried in unknown places. How many meters deep into the earth? After Sarutobi Hiruzen praised Dong Shenyao and the others again, he let them go back to rest. After walking out of the camp, Dong Shenyao said goodbye to the others and left. The results of this battle were soon announced. The others didn't think much about it, but were very happy. After all, Konoha only killed 20 people and then wiped out 30 of Iwagakure's people. It was considered a victory. But the atmosphere of the Uchiha clan was a bit depressing. After all, 7 ninjas were sent, and they were all the elites who turned on Sharingan. In the end, only one person came back, and this person was seriously injured. What made the ninjas of the Uchiha clan can bear it? In the end, if it wasn't for a detailed investigation and it was learned that no one could target the Uchiha clan, I'm afraid Uchiha Ida would go to Sarutobi Hiruzen to discuss why the Uchiha clan alone suffered so much. But after Uchiha Ida calmed down, he doubted Tashinyao again. After all, these Uchiha clan members have a secret mission this time, and that is to deal with Dong Shenyao. But now Dong Shenyao has returned safely again, while 6 members of the Uchiha clan have died, which cannot be doubted by Uchiha Ida. It's useless to just suspect because there is no evidence. It is replaced by an ordinary Chunin. Even if there is no evidence, Uchiha Ida can find various excuses to kill. But Dong Shenyao can't do it. Dong Shenyao is not only Jonin, but also the teacher Uehara K is a leader-level figure, and he is closely related to the Hokage faction. So although Uchiha Ida hated Tashinyao to death, he was still helpless. Dong Shenyao did not care about the anger of the Uchiha clan, and after returning to the camp, he began to practice again. Now Tashinyao needs to improve his strength quickly. After all, he still has the task of killing Uchiha Ida to do. Time passed, and Tashinyao's life became very regular. When he had no assignments, he practiced in the camp most of the time, and occasionally asked Yoshikawa Jiro to practice against him. He is also very optimistic about Toshinyao Yoshikawa Jiro. After all, he is young, strong, and talented. The most important thing is that Toshinyao has a good relationship with Senju Tobarama, so Yoshikawa Jiro also likes to point out Toshinyao. Training with Yoshikawa Jiro, Toshinyao clearly realized the gap between himself and the cage-level powerhouse. His skills can still pose a great threat to elite jonin, but they are nothing to cage-level powerhouses. For example, the Hand of Rock, the general elite jonin, is difficult to break, but it is nothing to the strong cage level. Jiro Yoshikawa easily shattered the Hand of Rock with the first ninjutsu. As for other skills, Yoshikawa Jiro doesn't have much effect. It's not that Toshinyao's skills are bad, but the skills are useless in the face of absolute strength. However, through the training with Yoshikawa Jiro, Toshinyao's progress is also obvious. Although the quality of his chakra has not changed much, the development of soil fruit has improved a lot, and he has developed some of the new skills are just because these skills are too powerful and the consumption is terrifying. The current Dong Shenyao can't use it at will, otherwise, even if he faces the cage-level powerhouse Dong Shenyao, he can compete with him. In the blink of an eye, half a year has passed. During these 6 months, Dong Shenyao has performed tasks in addition to cultivation. Perhaps Sarutobi Hiruzen really wanted to train Toshinyao, so he would arrange tasks for Toshinyao almost every 3 or 4 days. Some went to the battlefield to fight Iwagakure head-on, some went to the rear of Iwagakure to make trouble, and there were even missions to assassinate the top officials of the Land of Earth. He said that the mission that Sarutobi Hiruzen arranged for Toshinyao is not easy, and Toshinyao must always be on guard against the assassination from the Uchiha clan, because almost every time he leaves the camp, he will encounter the interception of the Uchiha clan ninjas. And because it failed every time, the people sent by Uchiha Ida became more and more powerful, and once even sent 3 elite jonin-level people to intercept Dong Shenyao. Fortunately, he discovered it in advance with Byakugan, and then escaped into the earth. He escaped in the middle, otherwise I am afraid that he will die in the hands of the Uchi 0.1 wave family. In the face of such treatment by the Uchiha clan, Dong Shenyao also returned the color, often looking for opportunities to kill the ninjas of the Uchiha clan, not only for revenge, but also to complete the task. Uchiha clan ninjas who have died in the hands of Dong Shenyao in the past 6 months, so that Dong Shenyao's task of beheading 50 Uchiha clan chunins has been completed. As for the task of submitting 10 pairs of Sharingan, it is still a little short. Now Dong Shenyao has only submitted 8 pairs, and there are still 2 pairs. However, Dong Shenyao was not in a hurry, because there was still half a year before the deadline for the mission. That day, Toshinyao had breakfast and was going back to practice. Jiro Yoshikawa found him. "Tell me, what is the mission this time?" Dong Shenyao asked in a lazy tone. Chapter 208 Probe. As soon as he saw Jiro Yoshikawa taking the initiative to look for him, Toshinyao knew that this was a mission. Otherwise, how could Jiro Yoshikawa take the initiative to find him? Even if he was discussing with Jiro Yoshikawa, it was Jiro Yoshikawa who took the initiative to find him. Facing Toshinyao's question, Yoshikawa Jiro smiled slightly and said, "Yao's mission this time is not very dangerous, it's just a little troublesome." "What mission is it?" Dong Shenyao asked curiously. "I'm not busy talking about this first, I'll take you to meet your teammates this time." "Okay." Hearing this, Toshinyao got up and left with Jiro Yoshikawa. Soon Toshinyao saw 2 people in Yoshikawa Jiro's tent. When Dong Shenyao saw the people in the tent, he couldn't help being taken aback, because the 2 people in the tent at this time were his acquaintances. One mind. Nishimura. "Hello Hahayo." Hyuga walked up with a smile and hugged Dong Shenyao. On the other hand, Nishimura looked at Dong Shenyao excitedly. "Yao, we meet again." Nishimura greeted with a smile. "Oh, you know each other." Jiro Yoshikawa was a little surprised when he saw the familiar faces of several people. Yeah, and we have fought side by side together. Xianyao smiled. I heard before that a young man would become my captain, and I was still a little unconvinced, but since you are proud of you, then there is no problem. My subordinate Nishimura salutes you. Yao saluted. Hee, I haven't performed a mission with Yao yet, this time I finally have a chance. Hyuga said with great anticipation. Okay, there will be opportunities for you to reminisce about the past. Now I will talk about this mission. At this time, Yoshikawa Jiro couldn't stand it anymore. He felt that if he didn't speak again, I'm afraid Dong Xianyao and the others would talk endlessly. After hearing Yoshikawa Jiro's words, Ta Xianyao and the others became quiet. This mission will be carried out by the three of you together. Xianyao is the captain. Since you know each other, I won't introduce you to each other. Your mission this time is to investigate one thing. Speaking of which, Yoshikawa Jiro's face darkened. Just yesterday, many of our supplies were snatched away, and it's not even clear who the enemy is. What? After hearing the words of Yoshikawa Jiro, the three of Ta Xianyao were stunned. Commander Yoshikawa, isn't it made by Iwagakure village? Ta Xianyao asked. No, just yesterday, the supply team had entered the territory of Luo's country, and they were about to arrive at the camp, but they were accidentally attacked by a group of people, all of them covered their faces, and they didn't wear forehead guards. Can't tell who they are. What is certain is that they should not be Iwagakure, because if it is Iwagakure, they have no need to hide their identities. Hearing Yoshikawa Jiro's words, Ta Xianyao and the three fell into deep thought. At this time, the three of them also understood why Yoshikawa Jiro said that this incident was not done by Iwagakure, because the two sides are already hostile, and they are still at war. If it was done by Iwagakure, I am afraid that they will not only hide their identity, but will also deliberately revealing his identity in order to attack the momentum of Konoha village. Only people from other forces would hide their identities in order not to cause retribution from Konoha village. Yao, your mission this time is to find out the whereabouts of this group of enemies, or to investigate their true identities. Yoshikawa Jiro finally stated the specific requirements of the mission. Yes. Guaranteed to complete the mission. Okay, here's the detailed instructions for this mission, you can go when you're ready. After receiving the scroll handed by Yoshikawa Jiro, Ta Xianyao did not rush to open it, and left the tent with Hyuga Yiksen and the two of them first. Did Yiksen and Nishimura come to the battlefield? Dong Xianyao questioned while walking on the road. He knew before that Hyuga Yiksen and the two should still be staying in the village. We arrived 5 days ago, and this time a total of 1,000 people came, Nishimura explained. Hearing this, Dong Xianyao realized that due to the death of many people in the war in the past 6 months, the frontline ninjutsu has dropped sharply, so Sarutobi Hiruzen asked the village for help not long ago. Hey, I don't know when this war will end. Hyuga sighed wholeheartedly. Yeah. Although the war made Dong Xianyao get a lot of god-making points, he has already obtained more than 15,000 god-making points in the past 6 months, but Dong Xianyao is also somewhat disgusted by the war at this time. Now, watching his companions fall one by one, Dong Xianyao found that his heart was not so cold. Dong Xianyao took Hyuga Yiksen and the two back to their residence, and then began to check the quest scroll. When Ta Xianyao looked at the scroll, he found that the content above was similar to what Yoshikawa Jiro said before, but with some more specific information, such as the location where the supply team was attacked and the time. After checking, Dong Xianyao prepared various ninja tools and set off with the two of them. Although it was not the first time he had left the camp, this time Dong Xianyao was not heading towards the land of Earth as usual. Along the way, the three of them didn't speak because they were in the 240th department. After more than an hour, Dong Xianyao came to the place where the supplies were attacked. Because the attack happened yesterday, the traces of the battle are still clearly left here. It seems that the enemy's strength is not weak, and they dare to take action here. You must know that this place is only about an hour away from the main camp. Nishimura said in surprise. Yeah, the enemy is very courageous. Scroll said that not long after the supply convoy was attacked, the main camp had already received the news, but when the reinforcements arrived here, all the people who escorted the supply were already dead. Now, the supplies have all disappeared, but not even a single corpse of the enemy was left at the scene. Dong Shenyao said solemnly. Yao, did you say the supplies were destroyed, or were they pulled away by the enemy? Nishimura asked. It should have been transported away. You can see that although the carriages transported have been burned, there are a lot of steel products such as kunai and shuriken in the supplies this time. Even if those things are destroyed, they will be destroyed. There will be left Mukuro, but now there is nothing left. Apparently the supply was taken away by the enemy. Dong Shenyao analyzed. Being able to solve the people who escorted the supplies so quickly, and also take the supplies away, the enemy. Chapter 209 attacked. Being able to solve the people who escorted the supplies so quickly, and also take the supplies away, the enemy is not only powerful, but also has a large number of people, but it is so close to our camp that if there are so many people approaching, it is impossible not to be attacked. We found out. Nishimura said with a puzzled look. No. There is a group of people we may not be able to find. Dong Shenyao said solemnly. He didn't think of it at first, but Nishimura's analysis just now made Dong Shenyao think of a power. Who is that? Nishimura demanded, while Hyuga was also curious. Don't forget whose territory is here. Dong Shenyao said meaningfully. Territory. This place doesn't belong to our Konoha. Said that, Nishimura suddenly stopped, because at this time he already understood which force Dong Shenyao was referring to. Hey, I said can you stop talking and just say half of it? Hyuga was a little dissatisfied at this time. Nishimura wanted to understand, but he didn't. Ishin, do you know whose territory this is? Nishimura asked, staring at Hyuga. I know, doesn't this place belong to our Konoha village? Hyuga replied in confusion. Wrong, the country of Luo, and it belongs to the Luo ninja village. Nishimura shook his head. Ah! Hyuga couldn't help but exclaimed when he heard the words. He stared at Dong Shenyao with wide eyes and said, don't you think that this was done by Luo ninja village? This is very possible, because in Luo's country, only Luo ninja village has this strength. Otherwise even the people of Iwagakure village would not be able to take away the supplies in such a short period of time, and they would be able to prevent us from Konoha. Ninja found. Dong Shenyao said solemnly. But what's the motive? Luo ninja village has always been in a neutral state and did not interfere in the battle between our Konoha and Iwagakure villages. How could they suddenly attack our Konoha rashly? Hyuga asked in confusion. I don't know about this. But now there is a lot of suspicion in Luo ninja village, so we need to investigate. Dong Shenyao shook his head and said. To be honest, he didn't understand either, because if it was really done by Luo ninja village, then it could only be said that they were too bold. Okay, it's just speculation now, let's check it carefully to see if we can find other clues. After speaking, Dong Shenyao began to seriously check around the battlefield. Seeing that Tashinyao started to act, Hyuga couldn't be idle either, and quickly began to look around. Soon Dong Shenyao inspected the entire battlefield. He had to admit that the enemy was really clean, and there was no clue. In desperation, Dong Shenyao could only expand the search range and check around the battlefield. Suddenly Dong Shenyao stopped because he found some rice grains on the ground. This is... Picking up the rice grains on the ground and inspecting it, a light flashed in Dong Shenyao's eyes. Immediately, Byakugan turned on. Dong Shenyao looked around, and soon found some rice grains not far away. Didn't notify Hyuga and the two of them, and walked towards the distance according to the grains of rice that appeared intermittently on the ground. Unconsciously, Dong Shenyao entered a forest. When Dong Shenyao discovered that the rice grains had disappeared, many ruts appeared on the ground. Hey, I finally found you. Dong Shenyao knew that his guess was correct. Those grains of rice should have been the ones that the enemy didn't pay attention to when taking out the supplies, and broke the bag containing the rice and fell out, but they didn't find it. So let these rice grains have been preserved until now. However, after discovering the rut marks, Dong Shenyao did not rush to continue his pursuit, but turned around and looked behind him and shouted, "You have followed along, can you come out?" This moment, the surroundings were silent, except for the sound of insects chirping from time to time. "It seems that you are not ready to come out," said. Dong Shenyao suddenly raised his palm. Doden, Earth Style, 10-finger piercing. Whoosh whoosh. A large piece of stone bullets shot out and immediately disappeared into a forest. Huh. The woods swayed, and I saw two men with black cloth masks jumping out of the woods. "You are finally willing to come out, I thought you would keep hiding." Dong Shenyao sneered at the two of them. "I didn't expect you to be able to discover us, but you have some strength, but unfortunately this is your burial power," one of the men in black said viciously. "From the Uchiha clan, right?" Dong Shenyao said after looking at the two for a moment. "Does it matter or not?" "That's right, you will all die here today anyway, so your identities are no longer important." Dong Shenyao chuckled lightly. "Boy, you are very arrogant. I really don't know how other people died at your hands." "Want to know? I'll tell you right now." With a mysterious smile, Dong Shenyao suddenly turned into a puddle of dirt. "Not good, an Earth clone." The two men in black were startled, and the next moment, something unexpected happened. Boom! The earth shook, and the ground beneath the feet of the two men in black collapsed instantly, turning into a bottomless abyss. Although all of this appeared very suddenly, the two men in black were so powerful that they reacted in an instant, and hurriedly used the teleportation technique to escape. Just the next moment, a rock giant with a height of about 10 meters emerged from the ground. "What?" Looking at the tall rock giant, the two were stunned. "You two go to hell," the Earth Lord attacked. Dong Shenyao landed directly on the rock giant, and then controlled the rock giant to attack the two men in black. The rock giant waving its huge palm to hit the two of them. Kaden, Fire Style, Head Hard. Woohoo! Several fireballs spewed out and went straight to the rock giant. Boom! In an instant, the rock giant was covered by the fireball, but when the fireball disappeared, the rock giant only turned black, but was not damaged at all. So sturdy. The two men in black were startled. "It's my turn." Dong Shenyao smiled coldly. Earth Style, House of Flying Daggers. Boom! Suddenly, a large number of earth thorns rose from the ground, and the 500-meter radius was covered by earth thorns in an instant. Facing the rising earth thorns, the two black-clothed ninjas hurriedly kept dodging. Woo! The wind howled, the rock giant waved the palm of his hand, and a man in black who couldn't dodge was directly kicked out, and finally hit a huge soil thorn. Bang! The soil thorn was directly smashed, and the mask on the face of the man in black instantly became wet. Chapter 210 Kill Elite Jonin. Seeing that his companion was knocked away, the other man in black was full of killing intent, and then he raised his hand and threw more than 10 kunai directly. Bang! Bang! Kunai hit the rock giant and inserted it directly, and at the same time, I saw one after another detonating talisman tied to kunai. Boom! The explosion sounded, and the rock giant was covered by smoke in an instant. Although the attack was successful, the man in black who shot it knew that it was impossible to destroy the rock giant with an attack of this magnitude, so he quickly hand-sealed with both hands. Raiden, Thunder Style, Thunderball. Whoosh! I saw a thunderball with a diameter of more than 10 centimeters flying out, and instantly submerged in the smoke. Boom! Another explosion sounded, and then countless pieces of rubble flew out of the smoke, and a trace of joy flashed in the eyes of the man in black. Shaolin, be careful, only another man in black shouted. Hearing the shouts of his companions, Shaolin was startled, and before he had time to think about it, he hurriedly ran forward. PFF'd. A little blood splattered, and although Shaolin's speed was already fast, a scar was still drawn on his back. I saw that Dong Shenyao appeared behind Shaolin at an unknown time, with 190 holding the shadow chopping blade in his hand, and at this time there was still a little blood on the blade of the shadow chopping blade. Whoosh whoosh. There was a sound of breaking through the air, and I saw more than a dozen shuriken hitting Dong Shenyao's back, and it was the black-clothed ninja who had just been shot by the rock giant. Although the black-clothed ninja was injured by the palm of the rock giant just now, it did not affect his strength. Dong Shenyao turned around instantly and waved the shadow-chopping saber. Dang dang dang. More than a dozen shuriken were all knocked down. This time, the smoke has dissipated, and I saw the rock giant exposed, but compared with the beginning, the rock giant was damaged at this time, and most of its body was destroyed. However, at this time, a large number of rocks on the ground are gathering towards the rock giant. Judging from the current speed, it will not be long before the rock giant will return to normal. Kill. Seeing these two men in black knew that they couldn't wait any longer. Once the rock giant recovered, it would be difficult to kill Dong Shenyao again. Immediately, the two men in black attacked Dong Shenyao. However, Dong Shenyao did not fight with the two men in black at all, and when he turned around, his body directly merged into a soil thorn. Bang! Kobayashi destroyed the soil thorn with one punch, but unfortunately Dong Shenyao has disappeared. Be careful. Suddenly another ninja reminded Kobayashi again, and at the same time raised his hand and threw several shuriken. I saw Dong Shenyao actually appeared from the thorn behind Kobayashi. Kobayashi dodged, but this time his arm was scratched by the shadow chopping blade. At the same time, because Ta Shenyao did not dodge in order to attack Kobayashi, he was directly hit by the shuriken. It was just a sound of ding 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 dong, and the shuriken did not hurt Dong Shenyao after cutting through Dong Shenyao's clothes. It's me. Dong Shenyao smiled proudly. Doden Earth-style quicksand art. In an instant, the ground under Kobayashi's feet turned into a piece of quicksand, and the quicksand turned rapidly, and a suction force appeared. Seeing this, the two of them hurriedly jumped up, and then ran to the distance, wanting to get out of the quicksand area quickly. Finger piercing. Dong Shenyao raised his hand, and all of a sudden, stone bullets were shot out. Kobayashi had to watch out for the quicksand under their feet and dodge the stone bullets shot behind them, and they became in a hurry for a while. Come again. Dong Shenyao was not ready to let the two of them go, only to see him waving at the sky. Meteorites fall. Boom. A huge meteorite slowly appeared in the air, and then smashed towards the two of Kobayashi. The quicksand on the ground had already limited the speed of the two of them. At this time, under the strong wind pressure brought by the falling meteorite, the speed of the two of them slowed down again. Damn, Kaden Fire Style, Fierce Dragon Flame Jutsu. The other ninjas stopped evading and used ninjutsu to attack the meteorite directly. Boom. A fire dragon spewed out and directly bombarded the meteorite. At the same time, Shaolin helped his companions to resist the stone bullets shot by Dong Shenyao. Black-clothed ninja's Kaden Fire Style ninjutsu is powerful enough to directly smash the meteorite, but a large amount of rubble still has a lot of destructive power. He was hit, and he spit out a mouthful of blood again, who was already injured. No, we can't continue like this, we are too passive. Shaolin shouted. Shaolin, go kill Dong Shenyao, leave the rest to me. Another ninja in black reminded. Please. After saying that, Shaolin stopped running away, and rushed towards Dong Shenyao by stepping on the quicksand. Seeing Shaolin rushing towards him again, a cold light flashed in Dongshan's dazzling eyes. Doden Earth-style 10 dragons. Boom. Shook, and then 10 giant rock dragons flew away from the surrounding ground, and then went straight to Shaolin to charge away. Give it to me, Kobayashi. The black-clothed ninja shouted, first throwing more than 10 kunai with a detonating talisman, and then hand seal with both hands. Kaden Fire Style Great Flame Flower Art. I saw the black-clothed ninja jumped up, opened his mouth and spat out several huge fireballs at the rock giant dragon. Boom. The explosion sounded one after another, and several rock giant dragons were destroyed on the spot, but because there were a lot of rock giant dragons, there were still 4 rock giant dragons rushing towards the black-clothed ninja. At this time, the black-clothed ninja had just finished using his ninjutsu and could not dodge at all, so he could only raise his arms to resist. Boom! An instant, 4 giant rock dragons slammed into the black-clothed ninja. Even the black-clothed ninja couldn't bear the violent impact, and the body was torn apart in an instant. Xiaolin didn't see this scene. All his energy was on Dong Shenyao at this time. Seeing that he was less than 10 meters away from Dong Shenyao, I saw his eyes widened, the bloody yuhi-colored eyes in his eyes exuded an ominous aura, and the 3 tomo in his eyes quickly turned. Go to hell! The kunai in Kobayashi's hand directly stabbed Dong Shenyao in the heart. PFF'd. Fresh blood flowed out, but Xiaolin was not happy at all. Instead, he grew his mouth and looked unsure of himself. How could this be? Xiaolin murmured slightly with his lips parted. Your demonic illusion has nothing to do with me. Dong Shenyao whispered in Xiaolin's ear. PFF'd. This, Xiaolin opened his mouth and spit out blood. Even through the mask, a lot of blood splattered out. Chapter 211 Collect all Sharingan. Blood continued to flow down Xiaolin's body. Standing behind Xiaolin at this time, he would find that there was a blood-stained yuhi soil thorn on Xiaolin's back. At this time, Kobayashi's face was unwilling. He didn't understand how Dong Shenyao broke free from his demonic illusion. You must know that he used the demonic illusion released by the 3 tomo Sharingan. Generally, ninjas of the same level would not be able to break his demonic illusion so quickly. Demonic illusion. It's just a pity that Kobayashi doesn't know that Dong Shenyao also has 3 tomo Sharingans, and in terms of spiritual power, Dong Shenyao is far stronger than Kobayashi, so Kobayashi's demonic illusion has no effect on Dong Shenyao at all. Although the kunai in Kobayashi's hand had pierced into Dong Shenyao's heart, it was useless, because Dong Shenyao had already used elementalization, his body had turned into a rock, and physical damage was useless to him. Other hand, Xiaolin's chest was pierced by a soil thorn, and this soil thorn was pierced from Dong Shenyao's body. Dong Shenyao took a step back, and the soil thorn was pulled out from Xiaolin's body. Without support, Xiaolin fell directly to the ground without making a sound. Huh, it's finally over. Dong Shenyao let out a long sigh of relief. Fighting 2 Uchiha ninjas with elite Jonin strength, Dong Shenyao was also very tired. That's right, these 2 ninjas are the strength of the elite Jonin. This is also what Dong Shenyao found through the system after beheading the 2. After killing the 2 elite Jonin, Dong Shenyao directly obtained 6,000 God building points. This made Dong Shenyao very excited. The Uchiha family are really good people. If I come back a few more times, my magic points should reach 100,000. Shenyao thought with anticipation in his heart. Shaking his head, after Dong Shenyao's body returned to normal, he walked in front of Xiaolin and took off his pair of 3 tomo Sharingan. It should be enough this time. After muttering softly, Dong Shenyao walked towards another ninja in black. Before, the body of another black-clothed ninja was smashed into pieces by the rock giant dragon, but fortunately his head was fine, and Dong Shenyao directly took down his Sharingan, which was also 3 tomo, s. All done. Dong Shenyao was overjoyed, and then he chose to submit without hesitation. Huh. Sharingan in Dong Shenyao's hands disappeared instantly, followed by the sound of the system. Ding! Congratulations to the host for completing the A-level task. Submit 10 pairs of 3 tomo Sharingan. Task reward: 9,000 God-making points. Dong Shenyao was very excited when he saw the instant increase of nearly 10,000 God creation points. At this time, the number of his deity creation points was close to 100,000. That's great, I can strengthen it right away. Dong Shenyao was so excited that he had been looking forward to this day for a long time. Suppressing his excitement, Dong Shenyao began to clean the battlefield. He is very familiar with this kind of thing, and he doesn't know how many people of the Uchiha family have been buried in the past 6 months. Soon the bodies of the two of Kobayashi had disappeared, and even the ground had recovered. In the past 6 months, Dong Shenyao's use of soil and soil fruits has been greatly improved, especially 2 months ago, after his Yi Jinjing broke through to the 6th form. The power of soil and soil fruits has greatly increased, and it is precisely because of this that he was able to use the skill of the landlord, that is, to condense the huge rock giant. What Dong Shenyao didn't expect was that after he broke through to the 6th form of the Yi Jinjing 2 months ago, it did bring him a big surprise, and this surprise was inner strength. That's right, it is the legendary internal power. Before this time, Dong Shenyao always thought that internal power was just a legend, but he did not expect that after his Yi Jinjing reached the 6th form, internal power was actually born in his body. This also made Dong Shenyao understand why he said that Yi Jinjing would undergo earth-shaking changes after cultivating the 6th form. With internal strength, Dong Shenyao's strength has indeed increased a lot. First of all, the number of chakras has increased a lot in the following period of time, and even the quality has improved slightly, but not as much as the number. At this time, the number of Dong Shenyao chakra is no less than that of ordinary quasi-shadows, but the quality is still Jonin level. At the same time, Dong Shenyao found that once he used his internal strength, his speed and strength would increase, just like when he used chakra, and both could be used at the same time. Before, when Ta Shenyao didn't use the 8 inner gates, his strength and speed were slightly worse than the real elite Jonin, but at this time, once Ta Shenyao used both internal force and chakra at the same time, his speed and power would surpass that of the real elite Jonin. General elite Jonin. Moreover, Dong Shenyao found that his internal strength has a very good healing effect. Once when he was on a mission, because the enemy was very strong, and there were people from the Uchiha family who made trouble, in the end, Dong Shenyao had to use the 8 inner gates, and directly open to the 6th door. If it was before, if Dong Shenyao had opened the 6th gate, even if he successfully killed all the enemies, his injuries would have been very serious. At the end of the battle, he hardly suffered any injuries, but his internal strength was exhausted, and his physical strength was very low. It can be said that with inner strength, Dong Shenyao can open the 8 inner gates unscrupulously. Dong Shenyao speculated that once the Yijinjing level was high in the future, he would be fine even if he opened the 8th gate. In addition, Dong Shenyao also discovered that internal force can also be used as fuel for the soil fruit, which will greatly increase the power of the soil fruit. Before, Dong Shenyao developed some skills, but because the physical strength consumed was too great, Dong Shenyao could not bear it for the time being, so it could not be applied in actual combat. But after gaining internal strength, many powerful abilities, Dong Shenyao, can also be used. This greatly increased Dong Shenyao's strength, so this time he was able to kill 2 elite Jonin at once. However, at the end of the battle, Dong Shenyao found that his internal strength was running out. After all, he has only broken through the 6th form for 2 months, and he has cultivated very little internal strength. Otherwise, Dong Shenyao can completely fight Zuniang. In fact, if Dong Shenyao is full of firepower now, it is definitely not weaker than the ordinary quasi-shadow, but unfortunately it can't last for a long time. Once the power is exhausted within a few minutes, it will be over. At the end of the battle, Dong Shenyao did not rush to continue to trace the clues, but just rested on the spot. Overall, his internal strength is almost exhausted and his strength has been greatly reduced. Who knows if he will encounter danger in a while? Of course, he must first regain strength. Chapter 212 Weird Black Man. After resting for half an hour, Dong Shenyao got up. Although her internal strength has not fully recovered, at least her physical strength has generally recovered. In a battle, many rut marks have been destroyed, but Dong Shenyao didn't care much, because there were still many rut marks in the distance, so there was no need to worry about the clues being broken. Dong Shenyao did not rush to follow him, but first returned to the spot where the supply team was attacked. "Where did you go, Yao?" Hyuga asked worriedly after seeing Dong Shenyao. Because the place where they fought before was more than 10 miles away, Hyuga Yixin and the others didn't find out that Dong Shenyao killed 2 elite Jonin not long ago. Shenyao was not ready to say it, and directly told the clues he had found. That's great, Yao, you're amazing, you can actually find clues. Nishimura said admiringly. Okay, come with me quickly. After speaking, Dong Shenyao walked towards the forest where he fought before. The distance of more than 10 miles was fleeting, and soon Dong Shenyao brought them to an open space. Look, said, Dong Shenyao stretched out his hand and pointed to the ground. Hyuga Yixin and the two did not speak, but stared solemnly at the rut marks on the ground. It seems that the enemy should be transporting the supplies by car here. Go and have a look. Nishimura said, looking at the Eastern god. Well, let's go right now, but this time there may be danger, so be careful. Dong Shenyao reminded. Rest assured that we will pay attention to safety. Hyuga patted his chest with all his heart. Seeing this, Dong Shenyao stopped talking, and followed the rut marks all the way, while Hyuga Yixin and the two followed closely. In the blink of an eye, it was already dusk, and Dong Shenyao stopped directly. Yao, why don't we leave? Nishimura questioned. You can't go any further, and further ahead is the warning range of Luo Ninja Village. Shenyao said with a solemn expression. Looking at the rut marks on the ground spreading directly to the direction of Luo Ninja Village, Dong Shenyao has been able to determine that it is probably Luo Ninja Village that attacked the Konoha convoy. It turned out to be them. At this time, Nishimura clearly reacted. Yao, what should we do next? Should we return to his life or continue the investigation? Nishimura asked. By now, Dong Shenyao and the others can go back. After all, the clues of their current master can prove that it was Luo Ninja Village who attacked the supply team. Dong Shenyao did not rush to make a decision, but stared closely at the direction of Luo Ninja Village. The warning range of Luo Ninja Village is 5 miles, which is 2,500 meters. At this time, Dong Shenyao's location is about 2,600 meters away from Luo Ninja Village, and his Byakugan detection range has reached close to 3 kilometers. Dong Shenyao has been able to see clearly some of the situation in Luo Ninja Village. At this time, Dong Shenyao saw a man wearing a black cloak walking out of the Luo Ninja Village. Through Byakugan, Dong Shenyao noticed the existence of chakra from this person, but what made Dong Shenyao strange was that there is no ninja forehead on the person. Strange, which ninja village is he from? At this moment, a doubt appeared in Dong Shenyao's heart. If it was normal, he would not think too much, but now that Luo Ninja Village robbed Konoha supplies, which made Dong Shenyao's nerves a little more sensitive. Soon, under the observation of Byakugan, Dong Shenyao found that the black-robed ninja walked in the direction of the land after leaving the Luo Ninja Village. You come with me. After greeting the two of them, Dong Shenyao followed quietly. It was not until after seeing the black-robed ninja leaving the guard range of Luo Ninja Village that Dong Shenyao accelerated and caught up. After seeing Dong Shenyao's actions, Nishimura and Nishimura were very puzzled, but Dong Shenyao was the captain, and the two also believed in Dong Shenyao very much, so they didn't ask. Dong Shenyao had caught up with the black-robed ninja, but at this time the black-robed ninja had no idea about Dong Shenyao. Dong Shenyao didn't say anything to the two of Nishimura, and immediately used the shunshu technique to instantly pounce on the black-robed ninja. Sensing the movement behind him, the black-robed ninja turned his head, and the next moment he and Dong Shenyao looked at each other. Under the beauty contact lenses, 3 white Tomo's turned. This black-robed ninja who had reached Jonin's strength was hit by demonic illusion in an instant. The 3 Tomo Sharingan cooperated with Dong Shenyao's mental power comparable to the quasi-shadow, whereas a Jonin in a mere amount. Stop his demonic illusion. Seeing the black-robed ninja standing there motionless, Dong Shenyao stepped forward and slapped his neck with a knife, knocking him unconscious in an instant. At this time, the two of Nishimura came over. Yao, is there anything strange about this person? Nishimura asked. He didn't know how Dong Shenyao attacked a stranger for no reason. I don't know. Hearing Dong Shenyao's answer, the two of Nishimura were a little speechless. They attacked people without knowing anything. Nishimura and the others did not know what happened to Dong Shenyao. In fact, Dong Shenyao really didn't know who this black-robed man was. He just felt a little suspicious. Dong Shenyao ignored the doubts of the two of Nishimura, and directly rummaged through the black-robed ninja. In an instant, Dong Shenyao's eyes widened, because he found a forehead guard on the black-robed ninja, and the most important thing was that it turned out to be Iwagaker's forehead guard. Could he be an Iwagaker? Dong Shenyao dazzled, while Nishimura also discovered the forehead guard held by Dong Shenyao, and immediately showed surprise. Yao, this person can't be an Iwagaker. Hyuga asked in surprise. I don't know yet. Shaking his head, Dong Shenyao continued to rummage through 0.8. Soon he found a letter on Iwagaker's body, but after opening it, he found that the contents were written in code, and Dong Shenyao didn't read it at all. Not understand. It seems that I can only leave this to Sarutobi Hiruzen to deal with. Thinking of this, Dong Shenyao put away the forehead guard and the letter, looked at Nishimura and said, Nishikan, put this man on your back, let's go back to the camp. After speaking, Dong Shenyao didn't care what Nishimura's reaction was. He jumped to a big tree, and then hurried to the direction of the camp. Why me? Nishimura looked aggrieved. That Nishimura, I'll go first. Hyuga patted Nishimura on the shoulder wholeheartedly, and hurriedly followed. Looking at the two people who were already far away, Nishimura wanted to cry without tears, but finally he could only sigh, put on the black-robed ninja on his back, and quickly chased after him. Chapter 213 The Conspiracy of Luo Ninja Village Part 1. After leaving from the vicinity of Luo Ninja Village, it was already dark after walking. However, in order to rush back to the main camp as soon as possible to report the situation here, Dong Shenyao and the others didn't rest either, so they went on their way overnight. Finally, the three of Tashinyao returned to the main camp at dawn, and as soon as they came back Tashinyao found Yoshikawa Jiro. With a pair of sleepy eyes open, Yoshikawa Jiro saw that it was Tashinyao and the others, and asked a little puzzled, why did you guys come back so soon? Commander Yoshikawa, we have important information to report. Dong Shenyao said solemnly. Hearing Tashinyao's words and the expression on his face, Yoshikawa Jiro suddenly lost sleep, and then asked nervously, what happened? Commander Yoshikawa, the matter you asked me to investigate has already come to a conclusion. After our investigation, it should be someone from Luo Ninja Village who attacked the supply team. What? Kawajiro couldn't help but be surprised when he heard the words. He couldn't believe what Tashinyao said. After all, Luo Ninja Village has always been neutral, and now Tashinya suddenly said that Luo Ninja Village had attacked Konoha. How can people believe it? 15. Tashinyao, do you know that this matter is of great importance, and there must be no flaws? Yoshikawa Jiro looked at Tashinyao with a serious look on his face. My lord, I know, and I can be sure that 9 times out of 10 this incident has something to do with Luo Ninja Village, because we have caught a person. Said, Dong Shenyao turned to look at Nishimura. Nishimura also understood Dong Shenyao's intention at this time, and immediately put the ninja on his back to the ground. Who is this? At this time, Yoshikawa Jiro realized that Tashinyao and the others had brought someone back. We caught this near Luo Ninja Village. This man had just left the Luo Ninja Village, and I found these 2 things from him. Said, Dong Shenyao put away the ninja guard that he had put away before. The amount and the letter were taken out. After taking a look, Yoshikawa Jiro's face instantly turned gloomy. At this time, he had already believed Tashinyao's words. After all, an Iwagaker came out of Luo Ninja Village, and the meaning of it was very clear. Yao is of great importance at this time, and he must report it to the commander as soon as possible. You come with me now, and you, the person involved, will tell the commander everything in person. Having said this, Yoshikawa Jiro looked at Nishimura again. You guys are doing very well, now you rest here with me. After speaking, Yoshikawa Jiro directly pulled Tashinao out of the tent. Of course, Iwagakure Yoshikawa Jiro, who was still in a coma, did not forget to bring it. On the way, Jiro Yoshikawa didn't speak, and took Tashinao directly to find Sarutobi Hiruzen. Unlike Jiro Yoshikawa, Sarutobi Hiruzen was already up when he found Sarutobi Hiruzen. Hey! Commander Yoshikawa, why are you here? Sarutobi Hiruzen was a little surprised after seeing Yoshikawa Jiro. Commander, Dong Shenyao has brought back an important piece of information. Looking at the dignified expression on Yoshikawa Jiro's face, Sarutobi Hiruzen also realized the seriousness of the matter and immediately asked seriously, don't you know what information you brought back? Tashinao took a deep breath, did not hide it, and directly repeated what he had said to Yoshikawa Jiro before. After listening to Tashinao's narration, Sarutobi Hiruzen did not speak, but just sat there with a contemplative look on his face. After a few minutes, Sarutobi Hiruzen looked up at Dong Shenyao and said, tell me what happened again, this time I want to hear the whole thing, you explain the whole process in detail. Yes. Dong Shenyao did not hesitate, and directly explained in detail what he had done after arriving at the attack site. Of course, he didn't say anything about his encounter with the Uchiha ninja attack. When Sarutobi Hiruzen listened to the detailed process that Tashinao told, he didn't say anything, just let Tashinao leave first with no expression on his face. Dong Shenyao knew that what happened next was not something he could intervene, and immediately turned around and left the tent. On the way back, Dong Shenyao knew that it was going to be bad again. Although not much is known, Tashinao has already speculated that Luo Ninja Village may have taken refuge in Iwagakure Village. In this case, the next thing Konoha will do is to destroy Luo Ninja Village. After all, although Luo Ninja Village is not as large as Iwagakure Village, its strength is not weak. If it turns against each other at a critical moment, it will definitely bring a heavy blow to Konoha. So the best way now is to take advantage of the opportunity when the Raw Ninja Village has not yet fully united with the Iwagakure Village, and destroy the Raw Ninja Village in one fell swoop, so that the Konoha village will not have any worries in the future. The war is about to begin again. Thinking of this, Dong Shenyao was not afraid, but rather excited. Because the war means that he can earn a large sum of God-making points again, and now he is still a few thousand short, and the God-making points can reach 100,000. After returning to the camp, Dong Shenyao did not go to see Exakin and the others, but went straight back to his tent and started to practice. Because he has been busy on the road, Dong Shenyao has no time to recover his inner strength. I don't know how long it took, until after the internal strength was completely restored, Dong Shenyao stopped cultivating. Feeling the increased internal strength in his body, a smile appeared on the corner of Dong Shenyao's mouth. When Tashinao came out of the tent 483, he found that it was noon. After having lunch in the cafeteria, Tashinao did not go back to practice, but walked towards Yoshikawa Jiro's residence. When Tashinao came to the tent where Yoshikawa Jiro lived again, he found that Yoshikawa Jiro had returned, and Nishimura and Hyuga Isshin had already left. Yo, you're here. A smile appeared on Yoshikawa Jiro's face after seeing Tashinao. Yao, do you know, this time you have done a great job. Great work. Shenyao was taken aback. That's right, it's great work. We got a lot of information from the Iwagakure you captured. This information can allow us Konoha to avoid a huge loss, and it's all your credit. Commander Yoshikawa, you flatter me too much, and I'm just a coincidence. Dong Shenyao said humbly. Yo, you don't have to belittle yourself. No matter what, the credit belongs to you. By the way, yo, you should prepare for the battle recently. The battle is coming. Yoshikawa Jiro said earnestly. Hearing this, Dong Shenyao was stunned for a moment, then nodded solemnly. Commander Yoshikawa, is it Luo Ninja Village? That's right. Yoshikawa Jiro replied before Tashinyao could finish his sentence. Chapter 214 The Conspiracy of Luo Ninja Village Part 2. You know, Yao, we got a shocking piece of news from the Iwagakure you brought back. Hearing Yoshikawa Jiro's words, a light flashed in Dong Shenyao's eyes. He already had some guesses, but Dong Shenyao didn't say it directly, but continued to ask, "What's the news, sir?" Yoshikawa Jiro took a deep breath, clenched his fists slightly, and said, "Luo Ninja Village has surrendered to Iwagakure Village, and it was 2 months ago." "What?" Dong Shenyao exclaimed, pretending to be surprised. "How could they do this? Aren't they afraid of our Konoha?" Shenyao asked. "The specifics are still unclear, but I know that the two parties had contacted 2 months ago, and then they reached a cooperation intention. The reason why Luo Ninja Village will attack our supply team this time is also to give Iwagakure Village a nominations. Didn't you bring back a letter before? After deciphering it, it turned out to be the plan of both sides to study how to besiege us. Fortunately, you found out about this, otherwise the consequences would be disastrous. It turned out to be like this." Although Dong Shenyao had guessed that there was a connection between Luo Ninja Village and Iwagakure Village, he still did not expect the connection between the two sides to be so deep. Originally, Dong Shenyao thought that the Luo Ninja Village would have both sides, but how could he think that they would be so resolute to join the Iwagakure Village? "Then Yoshikawa-sama, what should we do?" "What should I do? HMPH, dare to attack our Konoha, there is only one way to die. Yao is afraid that we will start a war with Luo Ninja Village soon." "Ready." "Don't worry, my lord, I'm already ready to fight," Dong Shenyao said loudly. "Very well, Nio, you should go back first, and have a good rest these days." Although Yoshikawa Jiro didn't say exactly when he would do it, Tashinyao had already heard from his words, and it was probably in the past few days that he would do something to Luo Ninja Village. Tashinyao did not delay, and immediately left Yoshikawa Jiro and returned to his residence. Time is like running water. 2 days have passed in a blink of an eye. Dong Shenyao has been actively preparing for the battle for the past 2 days, and at the same time he knows the inside story. He has already noticed the atmosphere in the camp that is gradually becoming solemn. Sure enough, this morning, Jiro Yoshikawa called everyone in the special team together. When Dong Shenyao first joined the special team, there were nearly 200 people in the special team. After several times of increase and decrease, the number is now less than 150. But those who have survived until now are all strong. After all, the big waves wash away the sand, and all that remains is real gold. "1. I have an important task now. I will give you 10 minutes to prepare, and come back here and gather in 10 minutes. "Yes." Following the order of Jiro Yoshikawa, the crowd immediately dispersed. In the end, only Dong Shenyao stayed, because he already knew that there was going to be a battle, so he had everything he needed with him at all times. "Commander, are you going to attack Luo Ninja Village?" Seeing that everyone had left, Dong Shenyao leaned forward and asked. Because Tashinyao knew the inside story, Yoshikawa Jiro did not hide it either. "That's right, the commander has made a decision to attack Luo Ninja Village tonight and try to destroy the entire Luo Ninja Village overnight." "Hi." Dong Shenyao breathed a sigh of relief and wiped out a village overnight. It was only a small village, it was enough to shock Dong Shenyao. "Sir, can we really do it?" Dong Shenyao questioned. "Yao, it seems that you still don't understand the strength of our Konoha. The raw ninja village is just a small village. If they unite with the Iwagakure village, it will be troublesome, but if it is just to deal with a raw ninja village, we only need to send 1,000 people is enough to destroy them," Yoshikawa Jiro said proudly. Only then did Dong Shenyao really understand the power gap between big and small countries. In battles between great powers, the number of people killed in a battle is enough to wipe out a small village. "Sir, is this Luo Ninja Village weak?" Dong Shenyao asked curiously. "Almost. Luo Ninja Village is in the middle and lower reaches of all the ninja villages in the ninja world. only one quasi-shadow in the village, and even if there is hidden strength, at most it is just another quasi-shadow. Jonin people and 7 or 80 Jonin people in the Luo ninja village. And all the ninjas added together, there are only less than 500 people in the Luo ninja village. So that's how it is. Dong Shenyao's eyes suddenly became clear when he heard the words. At this time, he had some understanding why Konoha looked down on Luo ninja village. Because with the strength of Luo ninja village, any cage-level powerhouse can be sent to maim him. Time passed slowly in the chat between Tashinyao and Yoshikawa Jiro, and soon 10 minutes passed, and the entire special team had gathered. Okay, let's go with me. I saw Yoshikawa Jiro waved his hand and left the camp with everyone. Soon, a group of hundreds of people came to a playground in the Konoha camp, which is also the place where various troops gather in the usual battlefield. Because the special forces were few, they came first, and after a while, the people from other units came one after another. Fire-style troops, Doden Earth-style troops, Sweden Water-style troops, etc. All troops have sent people. Of course, the number is not large. Each team has an average of only about 100 people, of which reconnaissance troops the number of people with the medical force is relatively small, only 50 people. As for the comprehensive army, there is no one at all. Obviously, in order to pursue speed this time, all the elites were dispatched. Moreover, Tashinyao found that although each unit has sent people, but there are no commander-level figures. They are all deputy commanders. Among them is Okada Masao, who has a bad relationship with Tashinyao. He is Sweden Water-style deputy commander of the army. Soon Sarutobi Hiruzen came to the front of the team. Everyone, this mission is very important. It can only succeed and not fail. The commander-in-chief of this mission is Jiro Yoshikawa, and the deputy commander is Uchiha Ida. I declare, go. Sarutobi Hiruzen's words were very brief, and following his order, Yoshikawa Jiro took the lead and walked outside the camp, and everyone followed after seeing this. Uchiha Ida, who had already left, a cold light flashed in Dongshin's dazzling eyes, and now the only task left for him was to kill Uchiha Ida. Soon a group of several hundred people left the camp, but this time they did not go through the main entrance. In order to avoid being discovered by Iwagakure village, Dong Shenyao and the others left in batches through various small gates, and finally gathered in the woods behind the camp and headed straight to Luo Ninja village. Chapter 215 Uchiha Ida's Threat. Luo Ninja village is only 3 or 4 hours away from Konoha camp, but because this was a secret operation, the speed was slowed down for the sake of privacy, so it took a full 5 hours to get close to Luo Ninja village. However, everyone did not rush to take action, but stopped in a valley 10 miles away from Luo Ninja village. Until now, most people didn't know what their mission was this time. Everyone rest in place and wait until sunset before starting action. Hearing Yoshikawa Jiro's words, everyone sat down in place, sitting in groups of 3 or 5 and chatting together. Of course, Yoshikawa Jiro did not forget to send people to patrol around. Although it is relatively hidden here, and few people usually come, it is inevitable that accidents will occur, and necessary protective measures are still required. Dong Shenyao sat down like the others and chatted with the rest of the special team. Although Dong Shenyao didn't usually have many contacts with other people, after all, he had been in the special team for half a year, and he was relatively familiar with some people in the special team. However, when Dong Shenyao was chatting with others, he heard footsteps approaching him gradually. Tashinyao looked up and saw that Uchiha Ida had walked beside him. Neither of them spoke, they just looked at each other. This is the first time the two have had such a close encounter. Looking at Uchiha Ida, Tashinyao felt calm in his heart. Although Uchiha Ida is the deputy chief of the Uchiha clan, and he is also a quasi-cage level expert, Tashinyao is not afraid of him. Although Tashinyao's strength cannot kill Uchiha Ida, he can still protect himself. And there are so many people here, Tashinyao doesn't believe that Uchiha Ida will shoot him here. Tashinyao. Finally, Uchiha Ida spoke first. Uchiha Ida. Come with me if you have the guts. Uchiha Ida turned to leave. Tashinao, have you had any holiday with Uchiha Ida? Although the two of them didn't say a few words, the ninjas of the special teams around them also saw that the relationship between the two was not very good. No, but I have some festivals with the rest of Uchiha. After speaking, Dong Shenyao stood up directly. East Shenyao, be careful. Someone reminded. I know, thank you very much. After speaking, Dong Shenyao strode forward without looking back. Tashinao didn't believe that Uchiha Ida dared to attack him, even if he left the crowd. After all, there was a cage-level powerhouse like Yoshikawa Jiro here. Soon, when Tashinao entered a forest outside the canyon, he saw Uchiha Ida waiting for him not far away. You're here. After seeing Tashinao, Uchiha Ida greeted with a calm tone, as if greeting a friend. Well, here I am. At this time, the two were like friends who had just met for a while. I didn't expect you to have the courage to come here, aren't you afraid that I will kill you? Uchiha Ida said playfully. Do you have the guts to do it? Shenyao sneered directly. You. Uchiha Ida didn't expect Dong Shenyao's mouth to be so powerful, and made himself a little bit raised as soon as he came up. Who is the deputy chief? Uchiha still has Ida Chungfu. He took a deep breath and calmed down before saying, I really don't have the guts to make a move here, but Dong Shenyao, you must know that no one who offends my Uchiha clan will have it. Great result. Are you threatening me? So to speak. Uchiha Ida said, looking directly at Tashinao. What? Then, Uchiha Ida was taken aback, not knowing what Tashinao meant. Uchiha Ida, are you calling me here just to threaten me, If that's the case, then I can only say, you are so boring. Speaking of this, Tashinao showed a hint of disdain on his face. Damn it. Uchiha Ida was angry again. If he hadn't been able to subdue Tashinao with a single move, I'm afraid Uchiha Ida would have already shot. Tashinao, your mouth is really stinky. It's a miracle that you are alive until now. Uchiha Ida sneered. Thank you for the compliment, but what I want to say is that my ability to live so much depends on my strength. There are many people who want to kill me. Unfortunately, they all died in the end, but I am still alive. Uchiha Ida laughed angrily when he heard the words. He didn't think that he had just threatened Tashinao, but now he was threatened by Tashinao. The boy is very good, you have successfully angered me. Now I, Uchiha Ida, swear by the reputation of the Uchiha family, I will kill you within a month. Uchiha Ida is really angry. He came to Dong Shenyao today just because feeling a little curious. I wanted to take a closer look at what kind of person he was. And he was able to escape the repeated assassinations of the Uchiha clan, and even killed many people of the Uchiha clan. It's just that he didn't expect that Dong Shenyao's mouth was so powerful that he angered him after a few words. Want to kill me, Ida? It's not that I underestimate you, you can't do it. Speaking of this, Tashinao gave Uchiha Ida a disdainful glance. Although the Uchiha clan is the top clan of Konoha, it is completely accumulated by the number of people and the overall strength. In terms of peak combat power, the Uchiha clan is not enough. Since Uchiha Madara left, there is no cage level strong in the Uchiha clan. The strongest is only the quasi-shadow. As for why Dong Shenyao knew this, of course, he learned it from Anbu. Senju Tobarama has never reduced his monitoring of the Uchiha clan from the beginning to the end, and there is a lot of information about the Uchiha clan in Anbu. Dong Shenyao is very clear that the strongest among the Uchiha clan is only a quasi-shadow, although relying on the Sharingan, his strength exceeds the ordinary quasi-shadow, and even if he fights with ordinary cage-level masters, he can retreat completely. However, Zunying is Zunying, and its real strength is completely incomparable to cage-level powerhouses. Even if it is Zunying, there are only 3 members of the Uchiha clan. One is the deputy chief of Uchiha Ida, and the other is the chief of the clan. For the last one, it was Uchiha Kagami, a disciple of Senju Tobarama. It is precisely because he knows the strength of the Uchiha clan that Dong Shenyao is not afraid of the Uchiha clan now. The boy is so brave, no wonder he dares to offend my Uchiha family. Enjoy the last good time of your life, boy. Uchiha Ida walked straight out of the woods after saying that. Uchiha Ida, use whatever means you have. My lord, I will follow. But as long as my lord doesn't die, everything that Uchiha did to me, my lord, will be paid back one day sooner or later. Chapter 216 Night Raid begins. Hearing Tashinyao's words, Uchiha Ida just froze and continued to walk out of the woods. Although he didn't speak, he was more determined to kill Dong Shenyao in his heart. Uchiha Ida left, Tashinyao did not stay for long, and soon returned to the canyon. Tashinyao, are you alright? Did Uchiha Ida embarrass you? Seeing Tashinyao's return, some members of the special forces immediately surrounded him. Thank you for your concern, I'm fine. Dong Shenyao briefly explained to everyone. Time passed slowly, and soon night fell, and Yoshikawa Jiro gathered everyone again. Go! Following the order of Jiro Yoshikawa, everyone rushed straight to the Luo ninja village. At this time, the sun had already set, and there was only a little moonlight outside. Everyone was silent, except for the rubbing sound of some clothes scraping against the branches from time to time. Soon a group of people came to Luo Ninja Village 5 miles away. From here, you will find that there are some lights thousands of meters away, which is where the Luo Ninja Village is located. There will be guards from Luo Ninja Village, so everyone stopped 5 miles away. The special forces are out. With a light drink from Yoshikawa Jiro, Tashinyao and other hundreds of special team members came out. Come on, take down all the guards within 5 miles. After the loan of Yoshikawa Jiro's words was stopped, Tashinyao and the others did not speak, and they all used the blinking technique to run towards Luo Ninja Village. These special forces team members are all above the strength of Jonin, and the ninjas with their average skills are not opponents at all. Soon the ninjas patrolling outside the Luo Ninja Village were solved one by one. The Shadow Slayer appeared in Dong Shenyao's hands, and soon he found a ninja from Luo Ninja Village through Byakugan. At this time, the ninja was hiding in a big tree to observe the surrounding situation, and he didn't notice any danger. Approaching. On the evasion technique, Dong Shenyao came under the tree, and then jumped directly to the big tree the moment he emerged from the ground. Because Dong Shenyao's speed was too fast, and the surrounding darkness, the ninja on the tree didn't notice it at all. At this time, Dong Shenyao had come behind the ninja. Huh! Dong Shenyao made his move, first reaching out to cover the ninja's mouth, and then slashing the shadow-cutting knife on his neck. Blood flowed, and a ninja died in the hands of Dong Shenyao. After killing one person, Dong Shenyao did not stop, and continued to look for the next target. The strength of Luo Ninja Village is not strong, and there are not many powerful ninjas. At this time, most of the ninjas patrolling outside are only the strength of Chunin and Genin, and few of them reach Jonin. As for the elite Jonin, they are already high-level villagers, so how could they come to patrol outside at night? Therefore, in less than half an hour, less than 100 ninjas patrolling outside the Luo Ninja Village had all been eliminated. Sir, the mission has been completed, and the guards outside have all been taken care of. Shenyao and the others returned to their orders. Go! Without the guard, Yoshikawa Jiro did not delay, waved his hand directly, and led people straight to Luo Ninja Village. The 5-mile journey was fleeting, and soon a group of hundreds of people had arrived at the Luo Ninja Village dozens of meters away. Doden Earth-style troops attack. Yoshikawa Jiro gave the order directly. I saw the ninjas of the Doden Earth-style force with hundreds of meters stepped forward and started hand seal at the same time. Doden Earth-style earthquake. Hundreds of ninjas used the same kind of ninjutsu at the same time, and immediately saw the ground near Luo Ninja Village shaking, and then cracks appeared. Not good. Earthquake. While the people of Luo Ninja Village didn't know that there was an enemy attack, they just thought it was an earthquake. Boom! With a roar, the walls around the Luo ninja village collapsed. At this moment, the Luo ninja village was like an undefended woman who was allowed to invade by a lustful wolf. Seeing that the Doden Earth-style unit has been built, Jiro Yoshikawa continues to issue orders. The Kaden Fire-style unit is out. Hundreds of Doden Earth-style ninjas retreated, Kaden Fire-style ninjas stepped forward, and then hundreds of them simultaneously hand-seal. However, unlike Doden Earth-style, Kaden Fire-style units use different ninjutsu. Kaden Fire-style Great Fireball Jutsu. Kaden Fire-style Dragon Fire Bullet. Kaden Fire-style Phoenix Sage Fire Technique. Kinds of Kaden Fire-style ninjutsu, and flames invade the Luo ninja village, and until this time, the people in the Luo ninja village know that there is an enemy coming. Not good. Enemy attack. Suddenly someone shouted. Boom. The explosion sounded, and the monstrous fire engulfed almost half of the Luo ninja village, countless houses were destroyed, and a large number of ordinary villagers were burned to death by the flames in their sleep. When the flames stopped, I saw that half of the Luo ninja village had disappeared. However, the attack did not end, and soon the ninjas from the Futon Wind-style unit, the Sleeton Water-style unit and the Raiden Thunder-style unit also attacked one after another. Although the ninjas of Luo Ninja Village had already reacted and resisted under the leadership of the village chief, the successive attacks still brought a lot of damage to Luo Ninja Village. Not only the ninjas suffered heavy casualties, but even ordinary people also died a lot. Although the genin generally do not take action against ordinary people, but this is a battle to destroy the village, and the Konoha ninja can't care about other things. Who is it, who attacked us? The village chief of Luo Ninja Village asked angrily, but unfortunately, he responded with a large amount of ninjutsu. Seeing that the defense of Luo Ninja Village had been broken, Yoshikawa Jiro waved his hand and directly ordered an attack. Immediately, a group of ninjas rushed towards Luo Ninja Village. Whoosh whoosh. First, a large shuriken and kunai were played, and then everyone rushed into the Dao Luo Ninja Village. After entering the village, Dong Shenyao didn't care about anything else and started to release his skills directly. Meteorites fall. Doden Earth-style Earth Shuriken Art. Doden Earth-style House of Flying Daggers. Various skills emerge in an endless stream, and they are all scoped. Dong Shenyao doesn't know whether to kill or not. At this time, the battle is still going on. The leadership of Dong Shenyao and other Special Forces team members, a large number of Konoha ninjas rushed in, and they soon faced each other. Shadow-slashing blades slid across, and a Chunin had already died under the Eastern God Yao Dao. Doden Earth-style House of Flying Daggers. Dong Shenyao stepped on the ground, stomped the ground with his right foot, and suddenly there were earth thorns rising continuously within a radius of several hundred meters. In an instant, more than a dozen ninjas from the Luo Ninja Village died under the soil thorns. Cool. After killing more than a dozen people at once, Dong Shenyao only felt his blood boil. Kill. With a roar, Dong Shenyao stomped the ground again, and the ground trembled, and then a rock giant slowly emerged from the ground. Chapter 217-2 Village. Doden Earth-style Earth Lord. As Dong Shenyao stomped the ground under his feet, he immediately saw a 10-meter-high rock giant slowly emerging from the ground. What is that? With the help of He Huogong, many ninjas in Luo Ren village saw the huge rock giant, and they were all terrified. Boom! The rock giant took a step forward, stepping on the ground with one foot, and the ground trembled. The rock giant is not very fast, but each step is a great distance. Boom! 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 Just a few steps, he had already caught up with a person from the Luo Ninja Village. Bang! The rock giant slapped it with a palm, and the ninja of Luo Ninja Village was slapped to death with a palm. When the palm was raised, a bloody patty appeared on the ground. Killing an Iwagakure, Tashinyao continued to manipulate the rock giant towards the Luo Ninja Village. At this time, the people in Luo Ninja Village had discovered that the attack on them turned out to be a Konoha ninja, which shocked many people. They didn't know why the Konoha ninja would suddenly attack them, but some people who knew the inside story were terrified. "Konoha ninjas, why are you attacking us?" shouted the village chief of Luo Ninja Village. "Okawa, don't you know what you did yourself?" Yoshikawa Jiro came to the head of Luo Ninja Village and said. "You, Yoshikawa Jiro." After seeing Yoshikawa Jiro, the village chief of Luo Ninja Village was shocked, and then he pretended to be calm and asked, "Yoshikawa Jiro, what do you mean, what did I do?" "Humph." With a cold snort, Jiro Yoshikawa said disdainfully, "Okawa, you must have forgotten about the supply incident that attacked my Konoha village not long ago, and you Luo Ninja Village dared to collude with Iwagakure Village, what a sin." Damn, how did they know? At this time, Okawa was shocked. He didn't expect this kind of thing to be discovered by Konoha Village. But of course Okawa would not admit it, and immediately quibble, "Jiro Yoshikawa, if you want to add guilt, there is nothing to worry about, isn't your Konoha Village trying to annex our ninja village? I will not let you do so, I will the crime of your Konoha Village is announced." After saying that, Okawa turned around and was about to run away. No way, Ogawa knew that he was not the opponent of Jiro Yoshikawa, so he could only escape and seek help from Iwagakure Village. Where to run? Ogawa is the village chief of Luo Ninja Village, and he is a quasi-shadow. How could Jiro Yoshikawa let him run away? After all, it would be a big problem if Konoha Village was remembered by a quasi-shadow. Jiro Yoshikawa immediately chased after him. At this time, the ninjas on both sides were already fighting together, and various ninjutsus were blooming in Lauren Village. Although the people of Luo Ninja Village fought locally and had a geographical advantage, there was a huge disparity in strength between the two sides. In addition, Konoha's sudden attack killed many people at the beginning, so the Luo Ninja Village soon fell into a disadvantage, and a large number of ninjas were killed, and the rest had to step back. Dong Xinyao controlled the rock giant to attack the ninjas in Luo Ninja Village, while he himself was wielding the shadow cutter to take advantage of the opportunity. Many ninjas had just dodged the attack of the rock giant, and the next moment they were beheaded by Dong Shenyao's shadow-cutting knife. Dong Shenyao didn't know how many people he had killed. Yuhi's clothes were already stained with blood. It wasn't his, it was the blood of the enemy. Dong Shenyao was slaughtering there. The masters of Luo Ninja Village couldn't care about him, because at this time, there were many strong men in Konoha Village who needed the masters of Luo Ninja Village to deal with. Jonins in the entire Luo Ninja Village are less than 10 people, and at this time there is no way to deal with Dong Shenyao. Of course, most of the people killed by Dong Shenyao at this time were Chunin and Genin, not because he didn't want to kill Jonin or elite Jonin, but because there were too few ninja villages of this level. Soon Dong Shenyao had come to the center of the village. At this time, the shadow-cutting knife has been stained with blood Yuhi, and Dong Shenyao is dripping with blood, like a demon returning from hell, which is very scary, but Dong Shenyao is not an exception. Looks about the same. Because the ninjas on both sides were already mixed together at this time, Dong Shenyao did not dare to use those large-scale ninjutsu. At this time, Dong Shenyao found that with the improvement of his strength, he seemed to be less and less suitable for participating in large-scale battles. After all, although many of his skills are powerful, most of them are large-scale skills, and a bad one may hurt his own people. No wonder Sarutobi Hiruzen and Onoki rarely fight on the battlefield. It seems that they are afraid that the fighting between the two will be too quiet and accidentally hurt their own people. At this time, Dong Shenyao wanted to understand why cage-level masters rarely fought on the battlefield. Fighting, even people who are quasi-cage level will basically not fight with ninjas of the same level on this battlefield. The 8th inner gates, the 4th injury gate is open. Dong Shenyao opened the 4th door in an instant, and his momentum suddenly rose. At this time, with his physical quality, the first 4 doors can no longer cause him the slightest damage, and the 5th door will have some influence on him, but if he uses internal force, these effects can also be avoided. As soon as the 8 inner gates opened, Ta Xianyao speed increased again. Boom! Dong Xianyao stepped on the ground, and his body flew out instantly, but a small dirt hole burst out on the ground he stepped on before. PFF'd. The figure of Dong Xianyao flashed, and a ninja from Loren village had died under his sword, and the slaughter began again. Long for Dong Xianyao to suddenly discover a Jonin from Luo ninja village, which made Dongshan's eyes flash with joy. Jonin is worth 999 points, which is 1.6 more than Chunin. This time, this Jonin from Loren village was fighting with a Jonin from Konoha village, and he didn't expect Dong Xianyao to suddenly appear. Although the name Luo Renkyun Jonin blocked Dong Xianyao's attack at the last moment, but the huge force made him take a few steps back, and at this time Dong Xianyao had chased after him again. PFF'd. The shadow-cutting knife pierced directly into the enemy's heart, and at this time, the kunai of Luo Ren village's ninja also stabbed Dong Xianyao's body. Unfortunately, in the face of Dong Xianyao's elemental body, his attack was useless at all. Killing a Jonin, Dong Xianyao didn't stop and left, leaving only the dumbfounded Jonin from Konoha village. The screams and explosions echoed in Luo Ren village, time passed slowly, and everything subsided until dawn. Chapter 218 Luo Ninja Village Extermination. At dawn, the screams of killing in the Luo Ninja village finally disappeared completely, and all the people in the Luo Ninja village survived, not only the ninjas, but also the common people. Wasn't that the Konoha ninja intentionally slaughtered the villagers, but after the battle broke out, various ninjutsus on both sides flew, and many villagers were accidentally injured and killed by these ninjutsu. This time, the Luo ninja village had been turned into a ruin, and a complete building could no longer be found. The strong smell of blood permeated the ruins, but the Konoha ninjas did not feel the slightest discomfort. We are all battle-hardened people, and we are used to this situation. Assemble. Seeing the end of the battle, Yoshikawa Jiro shouted directly, and when he heard his words, everyone gathered around. The heads of the various units will count the number of people, and then tell me the loss. Yoshikawa Jiro ordered. Soon, the deputy commanders of each unit began to count the number of people. As for the special forces, it was naturally checked by Jiro Yoshikawa himself. When Yoshikawa Jiro came over, Ta Xianyao found that he was holding a human head in his hand. Commander Yoshikawa, whose head is this? Someone asked curiously. It's from the head of Luo Ninja Village. Yoshikawa Jiro raised the head in his hand. Leading the mighty Yoshikawa. Suddenly many people cheered. Okay, don't get me wrong, this is not my fault alone. Yoshikawa Jiro shook his head. The quasi-cage level powerhouses are already extremely powerful. If they are determined to run, there is really no way for ordinary cage level powerhouses. Yoshikawa Jiro is an ordinary cage level ninja, so he also asked for help in order to kill the village chief of Luo Nin village. Of course, Yoshikawa Jiro was the one who contributed the most. Soon all the deputy commanders will click to end. Under Yoshikawa, Kaden Fire Style, troops killed and wounded 20. Sweden Water Style, troops killed and wounded 15 people. Futon Wind Style, troops. Soon the casualties of each unit were reported, and Dong Xianyao calculated in his heart, and finally found that about 70 ninjas were killed or injured in Konoha village, but about 500 ninjas in Luo Ninja village were wiped out. You can see the powerful fighting power of the Konoha ninja. Of course, this is also because the difference in numbers between the two sides is not small, and the Konoha village was attacked by surprise. Okay, the wounded will be handed over to the medical unit, and the bodies of our Konoha ninjas will be found out and taken back to be settled properly. Following the order given by Jiro Yoshikawa, everyone acted in an orderly manner. The medical unit treated the wounded, while the other uninjured ninjas rummaged through the rubble to find the bodies of their Konoha village ninjas, and of course, someone started cleaning the battlefield. The used kunai, shuriken, etc. can be recycled, and the supplies of the Luo Ninja Village cannot be let go. The Luo Ninja Village is only a small ninja village. No matter how small it is, it still has many resources. Destroying a Luo Ninja Village will not only make up for the previously lost supplies, but also have a lot of surplus. It was not until the sun rose that everyone finished cleaning the battlefield, and Jiro Yoshikawa immediately ordered to return to the Konoha camp. After all, they are still at war with Iwagakure village. Once Iwagakure village knows that the Konoha camp is lacking in combat power, they will probably take the opportunity to attack. Because of the need to take care of the wounded, the speed of going back was slower, and the group did not return to the main camp until the afternoon. Tashinyao and the others returned to their own camps, while Yoshikawa Jiro took the deputy commanders to report to Sarutobi Hiruzen. Dong Shenyao had no interest in these things, and after returning to his residence, he began to check his current divine creation point. Before going to Luo Ninja Village, Dong Shenyao's creation point was more than 96,000, and the distance from 100,000 was less than 4,000. At this time, when Dong Shenyao checked his god-making points again, he found that the number of god-making points had exceeded 100,000. Fortunately, there are too few masters in Luo Ninja Village, and most of them are Chunin and Genin. Dong Shenyao shook his head in dissatisfaction. Although I haven't counted them in detail, Dong Shenyao also estimated that more than 50 ninjas in Luo Ninja Village died in his hands. After all, his skills are in a wide range, and those skills he used at the beginning were killed many people. However, most of Dong Shenyao's kills are only Chunin and Genin, so the number of god-building points obtained is limited. As for Jonin, Dong Shenyao only killed 4. Forget it, at least it has exceeded 100,000 points. It seems that there is a chance to use the enhanced function. Dong Shenyao was a little excited when he thought of the enhanced function. A village as big as Loren village was destroyed. If no one tipped off the news, Iwagakure village soon got the news. Damn! How could Konoha attack so quickly? After getting the news, Onoki was furious, knowing that they had just planned to attack Konoha with Luo Ninja Village, but the Luo Ninja Village was destroyed in a blink of an eye, which made Onoki miss a chance to beat Konoha. How did Konoha know? Is there a traitor? At this time, Onoki had already thought that it must be the Konoha village who knew the news of their alliance with the Luo Ninja Village. Otherwise, with the attitude of Konoha, it is impossible to take the initiative to attack the Luo Ninja Village. Commander, what are we going to do now that 577 is in? Someone asked. What should I do? Immediately send troops. The Luo Ninja Village is destroyed, Konoha will not be unscathed. Now is the time when Konoha is the weakest. We will try to defeat them in one go. I want Sarutobi Hiruzen to know that even without the help of the Luo Ninja Village, Iwagakure village can still beat Konoha. Quote. With Onoki's order, the war began, and this time a large-scale war broke out directly. This was the second time a large-scale war broke out since the war began, and the first time happened when Dong Shenyao had just arrived at the front. The face of Iwagakure's attack, Sarutobi Hiruzen did not choose to fight him this time. He also knew that the Konoha ninja had just destroyed the Luo Ninja Village. Not only more than 70 people were killed and injured, but the others were fine, but they were also consumed a lot, which was really inappropriate. Immediately. So Sarutobi Hiruzen chose to defend. The end, the two sides fought for several hours. Seeing that they could not break the defense line of Konoha village, Onoki had to give up, and finally left more than 200 corpses and retreated. This battle ended like this, but Konoha's losses were not small. Nearly 200 people were killed by Iwagakure, and the death toll was more than when the Luo Ninja Village was slaughtered before. Chapter 219 Battle System. After the Iwagakure village retreated, the Konoha ninjas in the camp were relieved. They knew that this crisis was over. After a few days, all the ninjas had recovered to their peaks, and they would no longer need to worry. When resisting the attack of Iwagakure village before, Tashinyao also participated, and even took the opportunity to kill some ninjas. Dong Shenyao found that his current ability is the best if he uses it for defense, because if he just resists the enemy's attack, the two ninjas will not be mixed together, so Dong Shenyao can use his map guns with confidence and boldness. Although these skills are not very effective for ninjas above Jonin level when used individually, but for those Chunin, it is a big killer, just like the world of ambush, where all within 500 meters are turned into earth thorns. Chunin in this range can't escape at all. After the battle, Dong Shenyao once again gained thousands of god-making points, and then he returned to his residence with satisfaction. After returning to the residence, Dong Shenyao immediately entered the god creation space. System, I want to use the battle system. Dong Shenyao shouted directly. That's right, Ta Shenyao didn't plan to use the reinforcement system immediately, but used the battle system in the two subsystems he opened after becoming Jonin. Dong Shenyao had used the strengthening system twice before, and the effect was very good. As for the battle system, Dong Shenyao has never used it once. And just after Dong Shenyao said that he was going to use the battle system, he suddenly found that the environment around him had changed greatly. Dong Shenyao only felt that his eyes were dark. When he came back to his senses, he found that he had come to a ring. The area of the arena is not small, it is the size of a football field, and the ground of the arena is paved with stone bricks, which looks very professional. Please choose the character to fight. The system's voice sounded, and the next moment, a semi-transparent screen appeared in front of Dong Shenyao, but when Dong Shenyao was surprised, there was nothing on this screen. System, what's going on here? Why isn't there anything on it? Because the host has not created an opponent, the selection panel will be empty. The system gave a detailed answer. Ah, this is how to create an opponent. Dong Shenyao continued to ask. It's very simple. As long as the host pays the god-making point, he can create an opponent at will. Opponent can exist in reality, or it can be a virtual host. It's really convenient. Dong Shenyao originally just wanted to test his current strength, but he didn't expect that this battle system could also choose real characters, which gave Dong Shenyao an idea. System, I want to create an opponent based on Uchiha Ida. That's right, Ta Shenyao wants to create Uchiha Ida. He is going to see how much difference there is in the strength between himself and Uchiha Ida. In this case, he can better choose how to deal with Uchiha Ida in the future. Uchiha Ida, quasi-cage level strength, needs 6,000 creation points. Is it created? Create. Dong Shenyao has no reason at all, and the 6,000 god building points are nothing to the current Dong Shenyao. As Dong Shenyao's voice fell, he soon saw that something finally appeared on the panel in front of him for choosing an opponent, which was Uchiha Ida's head. By the way, if I want to fight Uchiha Ida in the future, do I still need to spend a magic point? Shenyao asked. No need, the characters that the host has created can play against them at will. After getting the answer from the system, Dong Shenyao breathed a sigh of relief. After all, if he needed 6,000 god-making points for one fight, Dong Shenyao would be scolding his mother. The system, if I die during the battle, will there be any loss? At this time, Dong Shenyao was a little nervous. Yes, if the host dies in the battle system, the mental power will suffer some damage, but it will recover after 3 days. That's it. Although the loss is not big, Dong Shenyao will not be careless because of it. After all, damage to mental power is also a trouble. Even if it can be recovered, once a battle occurs within 3 days, it will be difficult to handle. Start fighting. Ta Shenyao stretched out his hand and called out Uchiha Ida's head. Please host choose the battlefield. With the sound of the system, the front panel of Dong Shenyao changed for a while, and then various field models appeared in front of him. Dong Shenyao took a general look and found that there are various venues. Some are all water, some are in the woods, some are in the crater, etc. In the end, Dong Shenyao chose to fight in the woods. After confirming the venue, Dong Shenyao only felt that his eyes were dark again. When his vision was restored, he found himself in a forest, and there was a golden light Jinchuriki column not far in front of him, the light Jinchuriki. There is one person standing in the column, it is Uchiha Ida. The game will start in 10 seconds, please prepare the host. 10. Hearing that the system was counting down, Dong Shenyao dodged and hid in the woods beside him. At the same time, with a wave of his hand, a kunai hit Uchiha Ida. When? Dong Shenyao found that kunai was directly blocked when he hit the golden light Jinchuriki column. Is this still invincible? Dong Shenyao knew at this time, the attack was ineffective in the 10 seconds left, but he had no choice but to wait. 10 seconds later, the golden light Jinchuriki column disappeared, and the next moment, the ground beneath Uchiha Ida's feet instantly turned into a piece of quicksand, which was the quicksand technique used by Tashinyao. Although Tashinyao's speed was fast, Uchiha Ida's reaction was not slow, and at the moment when the ground under his feet turned into quicksand, he had already used the telekinesis technique to leave. Kaden Fire Style Dragon Fire Bullet. In an instant, a huge fire enveloped the space around Dong Shenyao. Dong Shenyao was not polite, first condensed 6 shields of earth around him to block the flames, and then stomped his feet. Doden Earth Style House of Flying Daggers. Whoosh whoosh. Earth thorns quickly rose from the ground within a radius of more than 500 meters. Facing the attack of the thorns, Uchiha Ida had to dodge. Lord of the Earth. Tashinyao was not polite, and directly condensed the rock giant, while he himself fell on the rock giant, and controlled the rock giant to attack Uchiha Ida. Uchiha Ida turned into a shadow and ran towards Tashinyao. Chapter-220 Fortified Soil Fruit. Seeing that Uchiha Ida was approaching him, Tashinyao directly controlled the rock giant to punch Uchiha Ida. The power of the rock giant's fist is great, but it has a disadvantage, that is, the speed is slow, so when the rock giant's fist fell, Uchiha Ida had already dodged. Bang! A punch hit the ground, but it made a hole in the ground, and Uchiha Ida took this opportunity to jump directly on the arm of the rock giant, and several ups and downs were already close to Tashinyao. When a symphony of gold and iron sounded, and I saw a kunwu collided with the shadow chopping blade. What a lot of strength! Dong Shenyao found that even though he had used his inner strength and chakra blessing, his strength was only on par with Uchiha Ida. After one blow did not hurt Tashinyao, Uchiha Ida suddenly jumped up from the rock giant, and at the same time quickly hand seal with both hands, but within a second, hand seal was completed. Kaden Fire Style Great Fireball Jutsu. A large group of fireballs spewed out and hit Dong Shenyao in an instant. Bang! The smoke was angry, Dong Shenyao turned into a stone, and he himself appeared at the foot of the rock giant. Meteorites Fall. The huge meteorite fell from the sky and went straight to Uchi 107 Wave Ida. Doden Earth Style House of Flying Daggers. At the same time as the meteorite fell, countless earth thorns appeared on the ground again. In the face of the up and down attack, Uchiha Ida did not panic, and while avoiding the soil thorns under his feet, he hand sealed with both hands. Raiden Thunder Style False Darkness. A thunder and lightning spewed out, and instantly bombarded the meteorite. Immediately, the meteorite with a diameter of more than 10 meters was penetrated by lightning, and then turned into countless rubble and scattered. Seeing that several attacks failed to work, Dong Shenyao couldn't help frowning. He has already discovered his shortcomings. Although the attack range is large enough, the power is not enough. It is better to deal with those ninjas who are not as strong as himself, and it is too weak to deal with the strong. And those powerful ones are too slow to hit anyone at all. In this way, the two of you come to me to fight each other. However, Tashinyao's attack usually can't hit Uchiha Ida, and Uchiha Ida can't hurt Tashinyao, and the two fell into a stalemate for a while. However, with the passage of time, Dong Shenyao's internal strength was almost exhausted. No, I'm afraid I'll lose after I run out of internal energy. Dong Xianyao didn't expect Uchiha Ida to be so difficult. And Dong Xianyao had no choice but to use a robe. In an attack by Uchiha Ida, Dong Xianyao didn't dodge at all, and let the kunai in Uchiha Ida's hand stab him, and at the same time stabbed with a shadow-cutting knife in his hand. To Uchiha Ida. PFF'd. Although Uchiha Ida had tried his best to dodge, it was still over, and a cut was drawn on his shoulder. However, Xianyao was not at all happy, because he knew that it would be impossible for Uchiha Ida to be fooled after this time. Sure enough, after that, Uchiha Ida didn't finish close combat with Xianyao at all, just used some ninjutsu from a distance or attacked Xianyao with ninja tools. Another 10 minutes passed, and Dong Xianyao's internal strength was finally exhausted. Suddenly, the rock giant had no internal support, and began to consume a lot of Dong Xianyao's physical strength and chakra, which made Dong Xianyao a little overwhelmed. The system ends the battle. Dong Xianyao didn't want to die here, and while his stamina and chakra were not exhausted, Dong Xianyao hurriedly called the system. Just after Dong Xianyao finished shouting, the next moment he only felt that his eyes changed, but he had returned to the space of creating gods. I didn't expect Uchiha Ida to be so difficult. Although Dong Xianyao was technically defeated in this battle, he did not feel the slightest frustration, because it made him see his own shortcomings. Earth-based skills have strong defense and a wide range of attacks, but they are insufficient for experts. Unless Dong Xianyao can continue to strengthen the power of the soil fruit and make the range of the skills larger, the attacked person will not be able to escape at all. For example, turning the ground within a radius of several miles into quicksand, so unless you are flying, you can't avoid it at all. But now Dong Xianyao can't do that. It's time to step up. I saw that Dong Xianyao was familiar with the road and recruited a panel, which was the reinforcement system. On the panel, there are various abilities that Dong Xianyao will know. Called Strengthening System can strengthen everything except Dong Xianyao itself. It can strengthen weapons and equipment, and can also strengthen skills, but it cannot strengthen Dong Xianyao's own body and soul, as well as chakra and other energies. Soon Dong Xianyao found the soil fruit on this panel. Soil fruit, S-level ability, to strengthen to SS level, requires 100,000 God-making points. Dong Xianyao has never forgotten his ultimate mission to unify the ninja world and become the strongest in the ninja world. And to do that, he must defeat Kagaya-hime. But Kagaya-hime is already the strongest in the Hokage world. It can be said that almost any skills in the Hokage world come from Kagaya-hime. So if you want to truly defeat Kagaya-hime by strength, you can only use the ability that does not belong to this world. And Dong Xianyao has only two abilities that do not belong to this world, one is Yi Jin Jing, and the other is Soil Fruit. Dong Xianyao knows that he can only rely on these two abilities to defeat Kagaya-hime. If he could, Dong Xianyao would definitely choose to strengthen the Yi Jin Jing, but for some reason, when he wanted to strengthen the Yi Jin Jing, the answer he got was that he had insufficient authority and could not strengthen it. And he could only settle for the next best thing and choose to strengthen the soil and soil fruit. Dong Xianyao was ready to see what the soil fruit would look like after being strengthened. Before, Dong Xianyao used the strengthening system to strengthen the spiritual power meditation technique and the spiritual power quenching technique. Because these two are skills, the result of the strengthening is that the system gave him two more advanced meditation techniques and quenching techniques. The previous meditation techniques and tempering techniques were only elementary, but what Dong Xianyao obtained after strengthening it was intermediate. If you don't continue to strengthen it, you need too many God-building points. Dong Xianyao wants to strengthen the meditation and tempering skills to the advanced level. However, even if it was only at the intermediate level, the growth rate of Dong Xianyao's spiritual power had accelerated a lot, and it was now comparable to a peak-level quasi-shadow. System. Strengthen. Dong Xianyao directly stretched out his hand and clicked on the soil fruit. It takes 100,000 God-making points to strengthen the soil and soil fruit. Is the host confirmed? Confirm.